2. Check.
Check.
One of us is on. There we go.
Okay, well, anyway, good.
Now can we hear us?
Check 1, 2.
Hello.
We didn't have phantom power.
Oh.
19 months on the 19th.
Thank you. Lovely.
There we go.
Excellent.
And the crosshairs here. We have voices again.
Voice.
Hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna subscribe.
Oh
gosh.
Can I subscribe right now?
I may need a tiny boost. Is that truly the case? Check 1, 2. It's a Kate. Let me know.
I don't actually know if I can.
Thank you for the host, Dio.
Thank you, Dio. That wasn't disappointing, obviously.
The inability.
Can I? No, it's not time for me to
We
stop.
all did the thing like last week or the week before.
Yay! Requiem! Thank you.
Correct. Same.
Thank
we
you.
used up our subs.
Oh god, that reminds me.
Thank you for the.
Yeah. So Twitch, however, did just send me a notification here.
Okay.
Earn a bigger 55% ad revenue split. Head to the ads manager and set your ads to 3 minutes per hour to unlock this rate. Now here's the deal. 1, fuck your ads. And 2, 55% instead of 50% of the 1 cent we'd make having ads is not fucking much.
12 whole cents a month, you know? 12 whole cents, guys.
From ads?
12
Thanks
hours, yeah.
to you. Yeah.
Thanks to viewers like you.
So now we're gonna make 13.
I'm talking. Hello. Hi. This is me talking per request.
Oh.
Thank you, weirdness. And
Thank you.
toast.
And the toast.
Thank you for the hype train.
Excellent. Choo choo. Well, this is very exciting. Something about Sundays at this time, whatever time it is for you around the world, people get excited. I understand the hype, but you know. Chum group.
Do I still own a character sheet?
Security company. I get it, Roger.
Whoa,
Gonna need that.
Oh, your character sheet.
Dio hits DePello synchronicity,
Vaju.
the crosshair,
Oh.
Paradox Talks, and
I think that was it. There was one more up there.
I missed one.
Rip.
Fuck.
Hype training. Hey. Dio, you don't need no training. You know exactly what you're doing.
For Gil, it's Monday. Is it?
Oh my god. And thank you to Scruff. I mean, what is it? Guys, hang on. I mean, you don't have to save it for a big marathon stream or whatever, but you yeah. You don't have to. Ooh.
I don't know actually where my proper one is because I cleaned up my office. And of course, when you clean up, you put things in smart places. So I've got a smaller printout.
Flower. It's sub-only chat. Get in here.
By default.
Thank you, all folks. I mean, do we let them just like choo-choo all the way through the station?
I guess
I think so,
so.
yeah.
You'd better donate 100 bits if you want to get in on this hype train, though.
I don't know. Bits or
Was that
gift
an
a
order for my
sub?
ST?
No.
Also, if you do it on mobile, they're
friend.
gonna like have an extra fee because app stores.
Thank you, Anonymous. So kind.
Yes, I think Scott could use a little more volume, and I think me too.
Oh, how dare.
You
Remember-
two were hitting like the top of the yellow, and
So
we're
I would actually pull me down
Chilling
then
at the
slightly.
All right.
Great, I've done a lot of things.
Good.
check.
Check 1, 2, 3, and I'm just a little bit louder, so this is better. Okay, good.
Et moi. Hello. It's always a good time.
I'll get back to you.
It's the best use of, I don't know. Huh. Oh boy, look at all these things. Yes, we do indeed, Kung Fu Fenris. It's gonna be face record. Quote 8. 8!
Yikes.
That's way back in the
What are we
day.
dealing with?
Ray.
A long time. Yeah.
Just Ray.
Just Ray.
Exalted.
Just Ray things.
How is everybody feeling today?
I'm gonna say thumbs up.
Boom.
Rude. I'm not feeling rude.
I can barely hear Scott, but that's fine.
He was tempted to say that before.
We boosted me slightly.
Rude.
Yeah, that tracks.
Homewrecker?
Actually.
It's gonna be face wreck.
You're gonna be face wrecker if you don't start talking.
Yeah.
My name's Ray, and I came here to fight.
So we've heard,
Yeah, hi.
we have definitely heard this from the Crosshair. Grassboots coming in saying finally caught up with the first 2 episodes so can watch this one live. It is my new passion in life to encourage everybody to let go of the need to catch up.
Or to watch this week's episode and then catch up later.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you keep putting it off, you will perhaps never catch up. So if you are available to watch live and you enjoy watching live,
I think it's worth doing if you enjoy it, because we're pretty entertaining folks, especially live.
You're entertaining folks live.
We're professionals. It's good times. The Burble Belt. Oh boy.
I hope not. I hope it's a mystery forever.
That's correct, Requiem.
the Verbal Belt Store's secret baby.
Yes, exactly. There's a baby pouch back here, and there's like a gummy pouch
It's
back
actually
there.
like 5 babies on the pouch.
Does Burble have a utilikilt?
No. I mean, why not, basically? The thing is, I have a lot of, as you all know, I have a lot of trouble on streams of games with, like, not fabrics, clothing. I have trouble with clothing. It tends to lead to death. I gotta be very careful
Okay,
about
that's
it,
fair.
basically,
That's
is
fair.
what's happening.
Okay.
You know. Ay, ay, ay.
It's mostly just
Oh.
if you know that you want to catch up and you have to catch up. But there's people who feel a pressure to catch up, and in all honesty, we would rather that you actually saw something than to eventually see nothing, which seems to be kind of what happens. That's sort of because people just everybody's got good intentions.
It's true.
Except Liz, she has great expectations.
Oh. Charles Dickens novel?
Yes. It is I,
Oliver
Charles
Twist.
Dickens.
It is I, famous British author Charles Dickens.
Hello.
If you prefer as well, we also now offer these on in podcast form. We have been for a while, but just in case you didn't know, you can listen to us on podcast form in case you like walking or whatever.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Wherever you get your
And
podcasts.
Spotify specifically now has a feature whereby you can upload the video. So, as I think it was Kung Fu Fenris discovered by surprise, your podcast listening could potentially be video watching.
Yep.
If you want.
If you want it to.
For example, the Taylor Swift music video, the 10 minutes All Too Well, is
Oh.
on Spotify.
Oh, that's nice.
At least
Cool.
I'm pretty sure that's what I saw this morning.
Yeah.
What
Could have been
the
true.
heck else was it? Oh, I want that little cloud. It's so cute.
See?
That's actually the first hype train emote that I might actually have used.
Genuinely
In a
want it.
long time.
Damn it. I should have put in those 100 bits. It's been 80.
So yeah, we're on Spotify apparently.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anchor is now
That's
owned
not-
by.
no.
No.
I mean, no, but honestly, my life is... That's
Like,
my
is it
life,
only
so-
available on Spotify now?
The video, yes, but the rest of the then it takes the audio, extracts it, and spits it out to all the other podcast providers.
Okay.
Ever seen one of these?
Because I'd be, being I think the only person in this room who isn't a Spotify user,
Yeah.
then I would just
Oh,
have
right.
nothing.
Oh, God.
No, you will have audio. If you want video, there is still YouTube or Twitch VODs.
I don't want video either. I just want the three of you.
Oh,
Aw.
that's nice.
Well, you
When
got
you were
us.
on video,
Yes.
that sucked.
Yeah.
That's true. You've got us for a few hours anyway.
I don't use Spotify because I use a provider that actually pays artists more. Get wrecked.
Excuse me, hang on. I think I have an air horn around here
We
somewhere.
officially all suck for using Spotify.
Oh,
except
goddamn.
I gotta go.
No,
I got
Liz,
to
no.
go.
Yeah, but I discover more artists.
Thank you, Thanatos.
The reason
Spotify.
honestly, the reason I don't use Spotify is because I've bought into an exclusive ecosystem. Oh my god! I didn't know about the artist thing.
No,
Yeah.
that's fair. That's a great idea, Toast. You can all give us 5 out of 5 or 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Or whatever the
rate us
maximum
fully.
score is, basically, because I think we're worth it.
5 Joriks
5
out of 5.
Jorik, 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 Jorik.
For those of you unfamiliar,
Oh, yes, exactly. That's a very old joke.
old times.
But we're not here for Jorik, are we?
No.
What are we here for? I forget.
This is Changeling Riverwild, the new Changeling the Dreaming 20th Anniversary Edition campaign that is now on episode 3. Yeah?
I think.
Good. How was the segue? Oh, segues.
When was the last time I saw a segue? Anyway,
Videos.
Oh, years.
brought back the Changeling seating order. Is this the actual previous Changeling seating
Oh
order?
no, then we have to change it.
There's only so many arrangements of us. Unless you put like John on top and the three of
Yeah.
us like along the bottom.
You're not actually making a note of that, are you? Don't do it, Kate. No, Kate, no.
Every episode we're in a different place.
Oh God.
Kate spends 5 hours a week just moving things around.
I mean, if you swapped places all the time,
Yeah.
there'd only be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There'd be 6. There'd be
Like
6
Flower of
combinations.
August said.
Yeah.
Request to have us do a fun illusion where we're the balls in a cup, where you do the cup and balls trick,
Oh, nice.
where you do this and then rearrange
I
us.
don't want to cup your balls, Scott.
I knew it as soon as I said it.
But if you do it, no.
Wait. Dun, dun, diddle-diddle-dee-dee-dee.
The 7th campaign?
No.
No.
know if
RPG
self-directed
campaigns
is
started with Exaltwitch Nexus, then it was Changeling the Streaming, then it was Star Wars Edge of the Empire,
Mm-hmm.
then it was
So we're on the 5th,
Exaltwitch
which
Academy.
means
Yeah.
we skipped over 2 potential configurations because
Yes.
I'm
Just-
bad at things.
No, just cuz. Just
Yeah.
cuz for funsies.
So that's 5. This is the 5th.
Yeah.
If we're not counting seasons, then yes, this is the 5th. And if we're not counting any of the one-shots, in which case this is the 11 billion.
It's all part of the
Yeah, that's
extended
true.
RPGClinic universe in which various people are now gone forever because they exploded. Yeah.
We have a habit of doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, first off, I feel compelled to ask, because now the 2 sessions have gone by, are any of you spending any experience?
We're still doing the thing? Eee!
Oh, wow, I forgot the thing.
Yeah, the thing!
I forgot the thing.
Oh,
All right.
I have this thing.
Look how big
3.
that is.
Yeah. Oh no. We're exploding. 3, 2, 1, go. You're the first.
I'm the first.
You're the
I'm
first
favorite
one.
child.
Who- How have you spent experience today?
Thanks for asking. I bought Dragon's Ire 2
Ooh.
This is the part where I'm like, denied.
Founding Coils. Basically, all attacks directed against me when this cantrip is active increase their difficulty by 2 to a maximum of 9. It lasts for 1 round per success rolled. The only thing it is ineffective against are attacks made with cold iron. It's chimerical, so it would have to be a chimerical attack. But yeah.
Coils for days. Yeah. That's awesome. I'm considering it, but I have a big purchase and it's kind of on the docket first, which is maybe a bit silly.
Do you want to share with the class?
Glamour.
Have you already run out?
No.
No, I just know I will very soon. Like real fast. I just thinking about it, thinking ahead.
It's an interesting choice that you made.
Glamour?
Well, because there is, of course, the whole like this is your last episode before your grace period officially ends. Not really, not in a way, but you are way more better off buying glamour at character creation than you are buying it later on.
Yeah.
So if you're really concerned about your lack of glamour, why aren't you?
Oh, it's true.
Aren't
Yeah,
you
I
taking
could have
more
done so.
flaws and buying more glamour?
He's not taking more flaws. That's
No.
that's not happening.
Buy up a different stat.
Yeah, it like
And danger sense weirdness. I know that's not what you mean, but danger sense, no, never again in my campaign.
nope.
That's right.
Yeah, no, that was it was definitely a good thought, and I wanted to start looking at rearranging dots and stuff, but I liked coming into the campaign with a certain amount of skill, like with a certain amount of development to my character that I wouldn't really want to sacrifice.
Look,
But
that's up to you. It's
see,
just
yeah.
it's just mostly a question of whether you want to spend the experience or not.
still no animal can. Uh-oh.
No, leveling up your glamour does not refill your glamour. I'll give you the point.
Mm-hmm.
But
Thanks, bud.
I'm not.
Oh, but otherwise, no. Yeah, that's fair.
That's true, right? Like in a lot of those games, you can basically just like get hurt as much as you can, and then you level up, and you're just fully healed. Like right at that point. Ugh.
Well, that happens in a lot of games. That was the thing in Breath of the Wild, I seem to recall. No, that doesn't exist. If you bought your new heart, you
Yes,
would.
you would get all your
Yep.
hearts
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
But that did take a long time.
Yeah.
It was very.
Yeah. Spending glamour refills glamour. I'm pretty sure that's correct, Flower. Oh no, sorry. But seriously, yes.
So
If you
Flower of
spend
August, yes.
If you spend a whole dot,
Yeah.
if you like, you can spend a dot to
I
refill.
think
your
that's
full.
still in C20.
Yeah.
I
We
think
did
I
that
did that
during the game.
once.
I think I did
You
the
do it
same
at
as well. I might have.
I think Kate did it too.
Yes, I definitely, my final character sheet for patches, I have like a big X through one of my boxes, because I think I did that in our last battle.
We were quite desperate.
Yeah.
I could have done the whole. I know that I forget which book it was, but there is one where they're like, okay, we'll just roll a 1d10, and that's how much willpower you get to start with, because it sort of is like,
Oh,
maybe you weren't having such a good day
Oh yeah.
before we
when
started the
campaign starts.
campaign.
Oh, but can you imagine starting with like 1?
Yeah.
It's so sad. I mean, I'm fine with the idea, but like, oh.
I know that that's what you're supposed to do with blood
Oh.
in
Vampire.
at the beginning of a story. You often have to roll to find out just how hungry you are. But not in 5th edition.
No,
That's
not in 5th. Okay, that is interesting though, because then that opens up a possible story moment for you, right? Potentially.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into that right now. That's fair.
know what we could get into?
Safety.
Matt.
If you're going to be potentially taking blood from your fellow players,
Oh my god.
you should make sure that they're okay with that. Or, if you have tools in place, maybe you can assume that they're okay because that's part of the game and you know that they'll be able to tell you if they're not. Safety cards. Green card, play, means that I currently feel safe to continue despite any outward appearance that may imply the contrary. I'm good to go. Yellow, pause, means heads up, folks. I need to say something. I need to clarify something in order that I will feel safe to continue moving forward. Once I lower the pause card, gameplay can resume. Stop interrupts gameplay. In our case, we will likely go to a BRB screen, but this is a time where we will move out of character, discuss as a group what can be done so that everyone at the table feels safe to resume. And it's only once everyone's okay that we will. You do not have cards, but you do have options. You have tools, which today you have Kung Fu Fenris and the Crosshair as our moderators online at the moment. You can whisper them if you have a safety concern. You can also whisper RPGClinic, which we will all see. We will do our best to accommodate, but if we are unable to in the moment, you of course also have the option to prioritize your own safety by removing yourself from the stream. We of course don't want to see you go, but we would rather you be safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions or whatever before we begin? Oh, let's hold that up to the camera.
Oh, the Journal of 5 Paths. Okay.
The spidery
Kind of hard
notes.
to. Oh, do you mind if I do this? It's not gonna like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Good
I
call.
mean, it's not going to be in focus because I'm in
the focus
focus.
is gonna be terrible.
It
Which
still
actually
looks
makes it look even
terrifying.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I take notes in a.
In your own
Particular,
handwriting.
yes, in my own
you
way.
should see mine at the moment. They're also scribbly as fuck.
Bleh.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'm the official chronicler.
Yeah.
I'm not actually right now, but that's good times. Should we do a little mini synopsis?
Sure.
I think
Before
you
we
should.
jump in? Last time on Changeling Riverwild, I'm a start.
Yeah.
The trio headed off to find Lady Chenwei, the freeholder, and found her in a nearby park.
They encountered a few fleeing mortals, one of whom had signs of being ravaged. She was tending to an injured young man, And after that was dealt with, they went back to the Freehold, whereby a fight was started by Det involving Mikkel and Bo.
Mikkel bit Bo, and they had a photo shoot with a cat on a skateboard, and then there was a knock at the door. Who could it be? We're about to find out.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. Welcome.
Welcome.
Excellent timing.
All right, well, let's see. Assuming that I push this and then push it again. Oh, it may have to wait. That's all right. If you can go ahead and push that, can you? Can
No,
you
it's
access
also
it?
in the wrong configuration.
Yep, that's okay. We'll just wait. 2 seconds. There we go. This is technically a World of Darkness game. I mentioned technically because there's a lot of people who take Changeling and they kind of believe it to not belong. It's not a horror game. It's not savage. It's all happy-go-lucky elves running around, enjoying their la-ti-ta times while the real business is being taken care of by vampires and werewolves. These are often people also who forget the existence of mage, but whatever. The thing is, Changeling is a World of Darkness game. It is taking place in a universe where, honestly, there's some bad stuff going on, and there's hope. The hope's important to remember. But Changeling is also a game that covers a wide variety of themes, one of which is fear. I'm not going to necessarily say horror, although it certainly can. The way that we tend to play it, though, it doesn't often devolve into straight horror. We touch upon it, kind of like a dragonfly, just like landing on the surface of the water and then flying away. But Rear Window, suspense. Suspense is something that I'll throw into a game gladly, with ease, with ganache? No. Ganache is, that's not the word that I was looking for.
Panache.
Sure. Well, that's it, folks. Have a good night. So as you're covering your game in tasty ganache,
Oh, yeah.
remember that it sometimes not knowing what's about to happen is incredibly, edge-putting. And sometimes knowing what's going to happen and being powerless to stop it, that's something else entirely. Do you want to give us a very quick recap of where you are right now?
We are all currently in the crease. We're currently, I think most of us are participating in a photo shoot of Score, the cat, on a skateboard in a jersey fashioned by Burble. And yeah, that's where we are right now, in the crease.
I love your glasses.
Thank you.
Are they your glasses?
No.
Oh.
They're mine.
That would hurt.
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
well, that's
Yeah.
the thing.
And he's done that before.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Against my
Against your
my
judgment.
strong recommendation.
Yeah. Right? I would never wear someone else's glasses, even if I was
Oh,
like,
no,
it's
no.
pretty close. Like I would just,
It's not a good idea, yeah.
You look like
because then you steal their soul.
looks like a specific actor, and I can't tell who.
Who?
I don't.
Me?
With those glasses, you look kind of like. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I'll get back to you.
But yes, we are all in the crease still.
And you're accompanied by an exhausted crow, a punctured bow. Well, did you puncture? Did you draw blood? Or did you just sort of latch on?
My teeth were stuck in him.
Yeah, he is a troll, though.
It's up to you.
It's kind of thick.
It's up to you.
2 C's? 3 C's? What do we think?
12 C's.
12 C's. Lady Genwee's there. Yan was there. Jacking him apart with a tire iron is what I was going to say.
Jesus.
Sorry. Using
And
some
yet
sort
you
of
did
car
say
jack.
it.
Yeah,
you,
I know.
You did.
And I'm missing somebody?
No.
No.
Well,
Themis wasn't there. I
Themis
don't
wasn't there.
Score.
And Score,
there.
of course. Score.
I sometimes like to be there. Bo is hella thick, so he's unable to hide then.
Yeah.
No, Bo's just a troll.
Right.
It's harder for trolls to hide because they are very large.
They are large creatures. Yeah.
He doesn't shed like some trolls.
Still think it was worth it.
Was it?
Worth it.
Genwi, at one point, just looks up at the ceiling. You didn't invite any other visitors here today, did you?
No. Just us?
Because we're being joined.
Oh, it's a freehold. Open to everyone. Is it not?
We can debate the finer points of the Ashiat.
So I'm gonna go upstairs and see if it's a confused wannabe customer for the skate shop, or if
Coming from the park.
yeah.
Stockroom.
No one's stopping me. I'm
Oh,
going.
no one's stopping
Great.
you. Yeah.
I'm going.
I'm gonna come with.
I'm going with you in case it's the second thing.
What?
The second thing.
The or ...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Can you keep an eye on Score? I'm asking Yan. As I walk
I
by.
don't know if you need to keep an eye on me. I haven't done anything wrong.
No.
Yeah, but like, what about the couch?
Well, that wasn't Score's. You know what? I don't think we have to rehash whose fault it was or anything like that.
Oh, I did that.
Yeah.
I really needed to scratch the couch,
Oh, that. Yeah, right.
so I did.
Yeah.
It felt really good
Good. Right, I'm gonna fix
to
it.
destroy something beautiful.
Is the cat? Does the cat understand irony? Can I roll to see if the cat is being ironic?
You can.
I really want to know if the cat actually believes that.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Is this a perception empathy roll or is it...
We're going to call this one actually. This is more of an. Sure, this will be actually a perception empathy at a difficulty of 8.
Okay. Okay.
Does Mikkel want to try? I know that you love rolling perception empathy.
I love rolling per empathy.
Is Mikkel any good at perception empathy?
Who cares?
Wow. So
No.
I mean, I kind of love that answer.
who cares?
Who cares? I'm gonna do it anyway. No.
Pretty strong.
That would be a pool of 2.
Ooh.
Rough. And they're both from perk. No emp.
Legit.
Yeah.
I rolled 4. Sorry, diff 8. Sorry.
If 8.
Yep. There we go. Nope. I still rolled 3 successes.
Yeah.
It seems that Score is capable of humor.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. I don't have to end your existence right now.
It's okay, Burley. Burble. Not Burley. Burley's someone else.
Who dat? Okay, so I'll run over and like maybe ruffle the top of the cat's behind the helmet the cat's wearing.
Burble just like looks up at you.
Mm. Is that nice? We'll be right back, okay?
Okay. You're the one who dressed me.
Yeah, and you look great.
I guess. I don't really know. Clothes don't really feel like they belong.
No, I know, but it's okay. They will soon.
That's like halfway gone.
No,
Yeah,
we're all like.
That's up the stairs.
So yeah, I'll run after these guys.
Debt.
Yeah.
So up at the top of the stairs in the park. Now remember how there's the park, and then just beyond the park there's like the stock room.
Yeah.
Kind of where things are. So in the stock room, there is in fact something that's rattling at the door. Like someone's trying to pull it open, but it's not opening because it's locked.
Yeah.
But not just like a. Oh, I guess not. It's like a.
Trying. Hello? Any shift in action?
No. I mean, are you yelling it?
Yeah.
Open up.
What the fuck do you
We're
want?
closed.
Now that's some conflicting messages right there.
I mean, no.
Oh no, we're closed. Come back later.
Shop's
Fuck off.
closed.
I really need to talk to you. Open up.
Shop's closed. We open tomorrow at 10.
I don't care about the shop. Open the door, or I'm calling the cops.
I'm gonna step towards the door.
Who the fuck do you think you are? Whoever the fuck you are.
And I'd like to try to intimidate through the door.
Through the door? I mean, you are a red
So
cap.
I'm going to kick the door really hard so it makes a loud noise.
So
I'm like,
not kicking it open, you're just
no,
like...
just like to make a sound to punctuate my angry words.
Should I lower the difficulty knowing that this would startle you?
Startle me, Liz?
Yeah.
Is Liz at the door?
Liz doesn't like loud noise.
If I'm at the door, absolutely. But if it's not me, then...
You just faint, and then you're also on the other side of the door.
What the hell?
Yeah, you absolutely can. Normally, I'd say that because the person can't see you, your difficulty would be 7. However, remember, you're a red cap. Your difficulties are lowered by 2.
Okay, dog.
So 5.
It's gonna be...
I wrote Mikhail.
Mikhail.
Mikkel. Incredible.
That's 4 successes.
Fine. We'll just let the police deal with it, okay?
I mean,
The
What?
door stops getting rattled.
I'm gonna unlock the door and pull it open.
So when you pull it open, you see that there's 2 people standing there, a man and a woman. They're both wearing No, it's summer. I'm like, they're wearing big coats. I'm like, no, they wouldn't be wearing...
And also sweating profusely.
Yeah. They're wearing the black and gold
Soccer cap.
of the game that you were at in the first session.
Oh no.
So you're what, threatening us because we aren't opening up because you can't buy your daughter a new sports jersey?
Why were you inciting a riot at a soccer game? And you can see like the guy's like definitely still like trying to put up a tough front, but then he can see Mikkel at this point, and she's giving a death stare, and there's very much a like, okay.
We showed up after there was a disturbance. We could hear it all the way from here.
Hear what? Nobody was injured
crowd?
until you showed up.
The crowd was shouting. We could hear it echoing on the river.
Injured.
There's a big difference between a crowd cheering their teams.
Yeah. I'm sorry, we showed up and people were already bloody. If you want to call cops with false accusations, you can get yourself thrown in jail. That is not my problem.
Are all 3 of you visible? Or is somebody like definitely not staying in the door frame? I assume you're there.
Yeah.
I feel like I've tucked myself. I feel like I've tucked myself around the corner for now, but for now.
Look, I understand. I understand that you're upset. I know that some kids got hurt, and that's really a problem. But calling the police on us isn't going to fix whatever happened there.
Then why were there people inside infiltrating another... Look, I don't want any trouble, but I know that you 3 were not supposed to be there.
No, we showed up because things were going really crazy.
And why was that your problem?
Because one of our clients said she was on her way to the field, right? Yes?
Yeah, that's true.
And we were worried because she's a nice kid and we didn't want to see her hurt. We saw that things were going extremely sideways. We were concerned citizens. Last I checked, that isn't against the law.
The woman elbows...
Is everyone okay? I know there were some hurt players.
The woman elbows the man in the ribs and she's like, look, this is not worth it. We gotta go.
What's going on? Why would you come here of all places?
It's fine. It's fine.
No.
For sympathy, and possibly some summer.
Difficulty is 4 for persympathy.
Nice.
It's not always 6.
No. Just
That's 3 successes.
He's scared out of his mind by that.
Great.
horrible thing.
Are there
He's
any
scared out of his
other
mind.
emotions?
Okay, he's scared out of his mind, and while he has a certain amount of righteous anger and he's looking to find something to blame, he was coming in here acting tough. All of a sudden, acting tough doesn't seem like a good plan anymore. Now he's wondering how he can get out of this situation as quickly as possible.
You came here for a reason.
It's fine. You said you weren't. You had a good reason. You have the kid. It's fine. I'm going. And he's turning to leave.
What about the woman?
The woman is like pulling him to leave.
No. Hold on a second. You came here because you wanted to yell at us? Yell at us.
I'm not. I don't want any trouble anymore. Okay.
You think that we're the reason why a bunch of kids got hurt? Why did the fight start in the first place?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
And the fight was happening before we showed up.
No one was hurt before you
I
arrived.
didn't say anything about hurt, did I?
He bolts. He's like running. Yeah,
Just like down the street. That's
Now you have one last chance to like just force him to stop.
I will not lay hands on this.
No. You don't have
individual.
to. Like you could do one more like wait, and he'll probably stop again.
I asked you a question.
Stops.
It's the navigation thing. I touched it, so it like flipped me like
God, I
50
hate it when that
pages away.
It's the worst.
He's starting to sweat now in the June heat,
Nailed it.
but also just it's flop sweat. Like you can tell, his wife is now basically like literally like pulling, but he's stopped. There's never been anything that's happened like that, and I spoke to some parents on the other side. There's no bad blood between these schools until today.
Did you notice anything earlier in the game?
There was a guy in the trench coat that I tried talking to, and he was really dodgy.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
There was a guy in a trench coat.
Why would anybody be wearing a trench coat?
Yeah, you tell me. That's why I tried talking to him.
No one was there wearing a trench coat.
Okay, I'm glad that you don't want to get to the bottom of this.
I thought that I would have noticed that.
There were hundreds of people there, question mark? Dozens? Insert quantity of people there.
We're looking like dozens, not hundreds.
There were dozens of people. I'm sure you were focused on your child?
Okay, look. And he pulls out his phone. And he has a video. And he starts scrolling through it. First, he's just being very enthusiastic about the game. And every once in a while you can hear like, "Come on, Carly!" And like that. But then eventually you can see that the mood shifts. I mean, he is scrolling pretty fast, but you can tell that the players are starting to get more irritated.
Hey, stop the video.
I'll just send you the video. I'll send you the video. Do you have a phone?
You have a fucking phone? What kind of person doesn't have a fucking phone?
He just arranged.
Yes, I have a phone.
He just arranges to get the phone sent to you. However, communication device. He does not give out his email or anything like that. He just sends it to you.
I'll get it when I get it.
Airdrops it.
Damn it.
I'm not going to make any assumptions about Mickle's phone brand choice. Mickle scares me. He sends you the video.
So I'm trying to discern flicker flies. It is chimerical.
It can
And-
affect mortals, yes.
Okay, those who can see things of the dreaming.
That
See
means
it.
they can see it,
Okay.
but yeah, they still.
Great.
I know.
Then I would like to cast flicker flies on them. I need to pick a target. On myself, then. Feeling of calm. And I am going to
Calm, specifically?
calm.
Okay.
Not bunk.
Right.
Not wanting to startle them any further than they already are.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I don't know, I just need to figure out if actor 3 is enough.
For these people specifically, they're no longer your like enemies.
Yeah.
So actor 3 would be enough.
Great.
No longer.
Well, not yet. Again, anyway.
You sure you're
Number
not my
3,
true
familiar
friend?
face. The changeling has moved beyond the need for a name, but like the person needs to be no more than the guy who drives the ice cream truck.
Yeah.
But it's
not the
parents
enemy
who
or
were
complete stranger, so yeah.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Great. Freehold, so diff 7. And actor, so diff 6.
Yep. Oh yeah, because you're a fucking Cluricon.
I'm also actor.
That's 4 successes.
Oh.
I love the casual like. Oh yeah, that's
I like nature.
4 successes. That's right, because you changed one of your arts over
I
to
did
summer.
change to summer, yeah. And I did make the file, but I just didn't swap it.
Okay. Yep. Totally cool. Specifically, I don't know whether the number of successes actually matters for Flicker
Yeah,
Flies.
I was going to check. I'm going to check if this
I
page
see
ever
here,
loads
and it
again.
does not.
No, I think
Great,
it's
that's
just
fine.
it succeeds or
I
it doesn't.
succeed.
And it lasts
That's
for a
all that
scene.
matters. Great. And it's chimerical, so it doesn't cost me anything.
So while they're still not necessarily thrilled with the idea of like looking at you or countering you, they're now at least no longer primed to run.
My attention is now focused on the video on my phone. I'm not staring them down anymore.
What are you looking for?
Specifically the moment where it went from a soccer game to a fight, because I know that happened before we showed up. So I'm.
Yeah.
It went. It got bloody after we showed up.
Sure.
Because of certain people.
You mean from when it turned from a soccer game to like an especially acrimonious game?
Exactly, because we
Okay.
showed up and they were fighting. Both teams
Yeah.
were fighting each other.
Yeah.
So
They were shoving and
Yeah. So I wanna pinpoint that moment
Okay.
with my exceptional investigation skills. Enhance.
I mean,
Enhanced.
You
I
have
guess it
0
just
dots.
involves you moving a
Yeah.
finger across. Yeah, you'll be able to find it. What are you doing?
I am going to, with the casting of Flicker Flies, which I can sense is happening, I'm going to use that as a moment to reveal myself and come around the corner. Hello! No, to come around the corner. Oh, my goodness, what's going on here? Just
Hey.
kind of bumble up behind these two.
You're the guy who wasn't supposed to be there
Wasn't
in the
supposed to be
crowd.
there. I was on the wrong side. I'll admit.
But why did you only show up halfway through and then go into the wrong side?
car troubles?
Whose kid? Or which kid? Not
Which
whose kid.
Whose kid? My kid. No.
Where kid? Why kid?
I'm going to. I don't recognize either of the schools that were playing. I don't believe, but I do know this.
2 high schools.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to name myself as one of the teachers of said high schools. Actually, I did last time as well. So I'm going to say, oh no, it's not like that. I work at Laurentian.
Which kind of teacher do you say, or are you just like?
I
I'm a
said
teacher?
computer sciences last time, and I'm going to stick with
It's
it.
true.
How
no.
much computer science do you have on your sheet?
2.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Sorry, computer and science 6. That's not.
Shut my mouth. I mean, but even with computers too, that'd be enough to teach high school science,
I
like
think so.
easy, or high school
Computers.
computers.
This
This
game
is a
is called.
mouse.
And if it's
Yukon
CJEP,
Trail.
if it's
Yeah.
CJEP, you only need computers 1.
Oh. Yeah. But
Typing.
Kate and I knows what's up.
Yeah,
That
basically.
it was
Here's the typewriter book. Use it on a computer.
But I'm going to try to dodge the question a little bit in this moment. Look, I heard what you were saying before. It was quite a difficult match. Did anything happen beforehand?
Could I ask you to roll your charisma subterfuge?
Yeah, you
Now the thing is, it's a very plausible lie what you've given. So I'll say that the difficulty here is going to be 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, they're mortals. They don't fucking know.
Yeah.
They're mad and they want answers. You're not necessarily doing anything wrong.
2 successes.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, if the difficulty was 6, what would it have been?
2 successes.
Nice.
See?
Yeah, but some of these pools are making me shaky.
Don't forget, it's okay to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not fucking playing exalted.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
You're gonna
That is
The
true.
world explodes.
explode.
if you
Yeah.
fail.
There's something about being caught in a lie that's very like stress-inducing, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause then you need to come up with more lies.
You gotta dig deeper.
More
Terrible.
lies.
Anyway, did anything happen before the game that might have caused some animosity?
We have no idea. All we know is that you showed up around the time that everything went to hell. Which is somewhat true. Remember that,
Yeah.
like, to their perception,
Yeah. They noticed us, yeah.
they noticed you but didn't notice you at the beginning of the game. The moment that this happened, so one kid slide tackles another kid. Have you played soccer?
Yeah.
All of you? Like, to a certain degree? You know how, like, you basically, like, just shoot your legs out to try to get to the ball? It looks like a clean play, right? Like, she was definitely going for the ball, not to take somebody's ankles out. But one of them trips. The referee blows whistle. No cards are handed out, but a free kick is awarded. And that's when some kids are like, no, that's not fair. Which, if you know, in any kind of sporting event, arguing with the ref is not generally a good idea. But if you're like specifically in like high school and you argue with a ref, like that's like really you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
So the ref, who's, let's be fair, like a 16-year-old, right, is just like, no, it's a free kick, it's a free kick. And that's when the players start all of a sudden to just start moving at each other and pushing and shoving. It is not something that the referee is like, well, now I'm going to start handing out cards left and right, because it just seemed like everybody did at one point. The ref might have been at that point, like, for a high school game, a ref could potentially like blast whistles and be like, okay, well, the game's over at this point, but waited. There doesn't seem to be, so aside from a normal soccer play, there doesn't seem to be anything that would have encouraged this, or at least nothing that was captured on video.
But it's definitely strange that they all started shoving at once.
This is the kind of thing that would happen in a soccer match like at least 10 times a game. Why this one time? Why would this... The score was tied. It's not like the game was riding on it. It's not like it's not even like the free kick happened as a penalty kick. It was just like somewhere midfield. No one was going to score off it. Well, I might have scored off it.
Look, I'm not going to stop you from filing a police report. I think that the events of the game were strange. And if you feel the need to report us, that's fine. We'll talk to the police ourselves. But I will say that there was a strange guy in a trench coat that kept brushing me off. I just had to move on to try to encourage people to move once things got really bloody.
I'm not looking to like get any of you into trouble. I just want to know what happened. Clearly, the three of you were just there to support some kids.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes tensions flare, maybe just some rivalry amongst the girls, you know, it's possible. But I do agree with you. It was very strange and very sudden. Is there anything that we could do? Do you want my card? We could stay in contact.
No. We're just going to go.
Right. Sorry for the rude greeting. We sometimes get customers that are late for their niece's birthday and decide it's time for us to open the shop again.
I wish we could be open 24 hours a day. But that's not possible.
Because you don't work here.
Sure. And now they're leaving, but there's an odd... So I'm giving this to you because you got several successes on your purse empathy. Like they were confused that they were that angry in the first place.
And I do perception kenning on them to try to sense magic about them.
Sure. Difficulty is 7. You cannot see anybody wearing a trench coat in that video.
How about when the kids started shoving each other, Did the audience also have that same sudden reaction?
Yes.
Or was it more delayed?
Yes, but it's harder to tell whether that's like odd or whether it's because they're reacting to kids shoving each other.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
If they're like parents, it's pretty reasonable to assume that they would get into an uproar. Sorry, are you
3 successes.
3 successes? No. At the moment, no, nothing.
But once they're out of earshot, I'm definitely going to turn to these guys.
That doesn't mean that they weren't. Well, actually, no. Technically, yes. They are
flicker
under the
flies.
effect of a flicker flies.
Right.
Cantrip close by.
I guess I'm like,
Here.
can anything that doesn't seem like my own glamour signature, but great.
No, although I will say that it is, if they were affected by something glamorous before,
Yeah.
it's possible that that was still lingering,
But like,
but the
not-
cantrip
yeah.
was over.
Yeah, that's fair.
Did anyone else find it a bit odd? There was the kid, Mikkel, I don't know if you met the kid who was operating the scoreboard at the game, but he also was unable to talk about something that happened before. I wish we had been there before this whole thing started. We could have seen what that, well, maybe the guy in the trench coat, maybe someone else was trying to organize something. Maybe they cast something well before, and now
There's
we
no
can't.
guy in a trench coat on this. Where was he standing? Should he be in the video?
I point to where he was standing, yes.
He was standing by the player benches. They definitely show up on the video.
So
There's
he's a
no
ghost.
sign of somebody.
No, I don't think he's a.
So-
I mean, he might be a ghost, I guess.
Trying to understand motivations.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes our kind regenerate energies by sparking strong emotions in dreamers.
Yeah.
But it's certainly a bold move to try to spark strong emotions in an entire crowd of dreamers.
Especially if you're not there to take advantage of it.
Unless you're the guy in the trench coat who, like, used magic to make everyone forget you were there
But then
or
you-
not notice you.
But then he walked away. Maybe he got what he came for.
I'll point out,
Yeah?
Yeah.
for instance, if this was flicker flies, you would have been under its effects
Okay.
when you arrived.
Yeah, if it was, yeah.
True.
True.
If they had chosen to include Faye in their casting. So otherwise it would have been actor, maybe?
That's
Depends,
it's
right?
the realm used determines where the flicker flies congregate around.
Oh, so everyone's affected regardless of realm?
Well, then
So-
those people are going to be calming others since I rolled actor.
But you
their
rolled
way
it on
home.
yourself.
Yeah, no, but I
All
rolled
who are
actor,
directly
so then it
touched
must be
by
them.
the light
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
or who behold that radiance feel subtle stirrings of an emotion of the changeling's choosing.
That's nice.
Okay.
I'm also feeling calm.
So you can be touched by a chimerical light even if you can't see it.
Yeah. I knew that. I was just, yeah, so you can combine. Cool.
Great. So then,
I think what's particularly fascinating about the situation is, as of now, it appears to be a dead end. We can't investigate the past.
I mean, certain.
I mean,
caffeine
some people can, of course. Maybe I know someone who can.
Do it.
Well, later. We'll talk about that at some point. But as of now, no one who was there, well, no one we've spoken to remembers what's going on, and I point at the retreating figures leaving as well. They seem to be a bit confused.
Do you think someone told them that we were to blame? Or do you think that that it was the convenient solution for them?
Well, yeah, logically speaking, I think if 3 strange people show up out of the blue and then a bunch of strange stuff start happening, you're probably going to blame them. I would think so.
Sorry, just off center.
Hello.
No one. You're looking at me,
Oh,
but
no.
there's no one left in the alley.
Yeah, no, of course. Score wouldn't know anything either. Score was only just born.
I'm like 20 minutes old.
Hey.
Well, now like 2 hours.
Do we... no.
What were you thinking?
I was gonna suggest something dumb, like research.
What's wrong with researching?
other instances of this happening.
I think that's a wonderful idea, Mikkel.
I don't want to do it.
Why, you don't have to. I don't mind.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Just because you suggesting on something doesn't mean you have to do it.
Great.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You're an adult now. You can make other people do the research papers for you.
Oh, yeah. Burbsy Wurbsy.
Fuck's sake.
How about you scan the archives?
I need 6 pages on my desk by Friday,
Yeah.
Burble.
Friday.
God damn it.
You're bugging. I'm just gonna ignore
Tomorrow.
you for a while.
2 hours.
New pictures of Spider-Man while you're at it.
I think that it would be a worthwhile venture for us to go to the House of Scrolls, where they may keep information. Sorry, quick pause, quick timeout. Is the House of Scrolls? I don't have it on here anymore. Is it a free? Oh my God, where is it? It's right there.
right
Devoted
there.
to scholarship. They have archives of sorts.
They are absolutely in disarray. The House of Scrolls is not a library,
Right. Right.
I meant more
despite the
like,
fact that it's located underneath one.
In a library.
like
yeah,
human papers that says high school soccer went baloney.
Okay, so I'm gonna just take a quick note here. We're gonna we'll do some research into perhaps magical activities that seem similar, and also into high school games that went baloney. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm gonna make a note of that. I do not make a note of that, although I will.
Sorry, I want to make something more clear. It's not that you can't go to the House of Scrolls and ask a question. They'll be like, "Fuck you."
No.
It's that it's not the sort of place that you'd go and be like, "Oh, I'm just going to go take a trip through your library." Like, there isn't a library for you to take a trip through.
Okay.
They're about research, and they're about scholarship. And scholarship ostensibly also includes organization. It's not organized.
Not very. Is it a fair assumption that someone at the House of Scrolls might have an interest in lore, though?
Well, yeah, most of them would.
Okay. Well, that is good enough for Burble. I'm not going to go.
I guess it's more like it is not a freehold where you just go in and you roam through books and you pick out yourself. It's you go in and you can talk to people.
Yeah.
But
No, it's
yeah.
a social game. I understand. No, I'm just kidding. That's fair.
no, I'm saying this so that Disconcordia people don't immediately start saying, "I'm going to go to the House of Scrolls."
Research this. Yeah. No, for sure. That's fair.
I say that with love and with a certain amount of exasperation.
You want information from a library, just ask for the information.
Magical occurrences. I think, Mikkel, though you're right, our best lead here is to see if there's been anything similar that's happened in the past. I know that Score represents something a bit new to this world. I mean, obviously, Score's just, he's new as well, but the concept of him is also new. Do you understand what I mean?
There's sounds coming back from the stock room. Jan walks in from the park.
Oh.
I didn't hear anyone come back.
Come back from.
I wanted to make sure that everything was okay.
Yeah, I think we had
And
it.
you're okay.
From the soccer game that we're trying to find someone to blame for their kids
There was a kerfuffle at
bloodying
this.
each other.
Yeah, there was a kerfuffle, and it definitely seemed a bit. It seemed out of the ordinary. So they wanted someone to blame. But he was really mad.
I turn and I show Jan the video.
But
I don't know what I'm looking at.
This is what we were investigating and what we're being blamed for right now.
He looks at the phone and every once in a while he just pokes things. It's a bunch of kids.
you can see the mood turn ugly, though, Yan. I think that's what kind of surprised us. There was glamour being generated there, anger, and perhaps competition, and perhaps a certain amount of sportsman-like or unsportsmanlike behavior, and it all came to a head with the birth of Score. I'm going to call it a birth. I hope that's okay with people.
Whatever.
Okay.
I mean,
Coming into existence.
Yeah. Appearance. Birth.
Thing.
Yeah, that one.
Still want to eat it.
as I understand, I also have now a fridge which is completely empty.
Bo did it.
Also, Themis said it was her fridge.
He good-naturedly throws up his hands as if this is something that he's heard before.
Is it not?
Just turns around.
Is it not Themis's fridge?
Who knows? And he walks back into the
Your
park.
freehold. You
Not
should
his.
know.
Sometimes it doesn't feel that way.
Oh no!
I left the
mustard. I left the mustard. I mean, that's just fantastic.
Oh, good.
Thanks a lot. What am I gonna have?
I
it
can
on?
have mildly spicy things. Like this piece of paper or a pencil.
The mustard doesn't help. I think what's concerning to me, and I'm sorry if I'm overreacting a little bit, but what's concerning to me is if this person did this once, they might try to do it again. And if their purpose was to create score, mission accomplished. They might do it again. Fine, no big deal. But what if that wasn't the purpose? What if the purpose was something more nefarious?
Well, what did they do other than make kids hurt each other?
I don't know.
I mean, okay, they made score happen. Let's say this person made score happen.
Yeah.
And then we were in the way and they didn't want to, like, take score themselves.
Right.
Are they going to go make another score?
Maybe.
Score seem bad? Does the score seem like he could be made some sort of evil attack weapon?
Yeah, I don't
Wrong
trust him.
hands?
A manifestation of pure glamour in the real world is
I understand.
potentially very dangerous. I'll make a note of that.
I understand.
I just think we have to be ready for the possibility that anything that is from the dreaming but now exists here isn't really meant to be here. I'm going to lower my voice a bit in case Score can hear me.
Okay, so should we
Score's
like
downstairs.
treat Score as a potential spy?
No, what?
Like a
Yes.
sleeper agent that's gonna be activated and eat us in our
I
sleep?
mean, I don't want to. Just saying we should be prepared for the possibility of it happening. It's concerning. That's all. And I'm letting you all know that I'm going to see what I can dig up and we can get to the bottom of it together. It's not what I wanted. I'm going to step back into the freehold.
Yeah.
And I think we'll close up shop once more.
Click.
Yeah, it's not hard. Yan is remarkably generous with keys.
Oh,
Appreciate it.
Oh dear.
we should chain this door up properly.
Wait.
Employees are granted keys, but also regulars of the freehold are given access. You, however, the funny thing is you don't have access to the store.
Right.
If you wanted to access the freehold, you would have to go around back to the stock room, go into the park, and then go downstairs.
Okay.
The store's keys, however, are for people who work at the store.
So it's weird that those people knocked on that particular door, right?
They probably
As
saw
humans?
you return.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I was wondering, like, well, I didn't ask.
Who
but
told you? Who
They
sent
probably
you?
followed us, yeah, which is
Yeah.
a bit,
Uh-huh.
I have an idea. And I just want to put it out there now. It's going to take some time if it works out. Whoever did this chose that soccer game for some reason. Maybe they just happened upon it. What if we had a big event and tried to lure them back to see if we could catch them red-handed? Or see if they would do it again?
Maybe we should see if this has happened before first.
Yeah, that's probably a better.
To assume that it's a repeating pattern
It's true.
And then repeat the pattern.
Exactly.
rather than just like I'm down for us to have. No, that sounds like work.
Well, we can all share the load. There's enough people. Bo can carry
I'm
stuff.
an employee. If it's a public event, it's going to mean I have to work.
And I don't want to.
We could give you
You
time
aren't an
off.
employee. You don't have to work.
Yeah.
Well, what if it wasn't a public event? What if it was like a community event hosted by
Public.
Yans? I'm sorry.
So
You're right.
I'm fine if it's going to be worth it.
Okay. But it has to be worth it. Understood.
Not just a whole bunch of extra work
Okay.
to have a bunch of annoying clients being mad that we don't have the extremely limited edition, ultra rare version in the world's most common shoe size. And say that I'm ruining their child's birthday
Do you like working here?
Does that happen?
most of the time.
Okay. I'm just checking.
Sometimes retail sucks.
Yeah.
It does.
Have you ever worked retail?
No, I'm thinking about it. Yes. It was my very first job. So I was like 16.
Where?
Mrs. Tiggywinkle's, which was a toy store, mother
Yeah, and it was literally called Mrs. Tiggy.
It was a magical place.
So I'm hearing that your retail experience was probably a lot better than ours.
It was pretty good. It was
But
around
you did have to
Christmas.
deal with kids, though.
Yeah.
I was 16. I loved kids.
Don't say that like everyone does at
No,
16.
I was 16. I loved
Oh,
kids.
okay, fair enough.
Oh, Scott loved something. What a fucking surprise.
No, that's fair.
But honestly,
You spent time in the Rubik's Cube corner, didn't you?
shut up. I learned who Che Guevara was at that store, which is weird. But anyway,
Whatever, you had t-shirts.
At Mrs. Tiggywinkle's? Also, is this the Mrs. Tiggywinkle's from Beatrix Potter?
I think it was probably named after it. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a brand. Like there's a chain. That's the word. It's a chain.
Okay.
So we'll see if this is a repeating pattern. Then, if it is, we'll try to replicate it so that we can get this person back just to see if they have any... Look, I just think it's important that if we're going to keep getting tracked down by angry parents for responding to calls like this, that we know who's behind it.
And should we, I know this trenchcoat person said that they weren't involved. Said that they were just here observing. But, if they're just going to show up and observe every time this happens, maybe we should put word out to keep an eye out for trenchcoat person.
Yeah. I had a photo of this person from the back. So it's probably just like
Better
a
than
man in a
nothing.
trench coat. Okay, all right. All right, Mick, okay.
I'm going to point out an interesting contradiction here.
Yeah.
Your video does not show this person.
I don't see this person.
Your photo
Is it
does.
still there? Yeah, I'll check again, yeah.
Oh.
What's different?
Score has been through some phones, but, I don't know.
No, exactly.
Maybe, but, didn't Score on your phone, but
Oh.
also on everyone's phone? Didn't everyone's phone ring?
Yes. But we were the only people that, we think we're the only people who saw Score. I think that's part of it. Yeah. I don't know how. We're all lost in thought over here. It's great.
I push people around on the ice. This is a lot of thinking for me.
Help.
I'm going to go beat someone up so that I can feel better about myself.
I need to bite something immediately.
Honestly, well, do you want to go get some food? That's
If
like
there
biting
are
something.
hot dogs at this fake soccer game you're going to organize, I will attend.
Okay.
Of course.
I wasn't.
Hot dogs are cheap and popular
I wasn't.
and easy to suit all dietary needs.
First of all, as a member of this little trio, I assumed you would attend my event.
Only if it doesn't
Only
suck.
if there's hot dogs.
I mean, of course.
sake.
I mean, that's just assuring that you're accommodating our friends'
It's true.
needs.
It's true. That's very important to me. So I understand. Culprit. That's the word I wanted to. Okay.
Did anyone ask Score if that creepy little thing knows about a dude in a trench coat?
No. Look, why don't we go downstairs? I'll ask Lady Genway, and we'll see if Score knows anything. Maybe I should speak to Score. I say,
help
looking at Mickle. I'll help. No, you won't.
Okay.
I'm gonna head back down to the crease. I don't know about y'all's.
Yep.
Yep.
By the time you get back down to the crease, most of the people have left.
Aw.
Score's still there. Bo is there, as Bo agreed to watch Score,
Oh, right.
Thanks, Bo.
but everyone else is gone.
Okay. That's fair. Thank you, Bo.
It's all right. Anytime.
You're very,
Tall.
yeah, I was gonna say tall. Yeah, you're very tall. That surprises me sometimes.
I've never heard that before.
Okay. How's the weather up there? There.
How's the weather down there? There.
It's about the same as yours, probably. Oh, you're right. It doesn't feel very good, does it?
Thank you.
It's just a cat.
Score special.
I don't know. Look. Score is currently on one of the couches, just
Yeah.
Yay!
completely passed out.
Sweet.
might look like a regular cat, might act like a regular cat, not a regular cat.
Well, I know normally cats don't talk to you.
Smarter than
that's true.
Cat.
Well, cats also don't like have vocal cords per se. Like they wouldn't actually be able to talk to you because they lack a larynx
Whoa.
or a pharynx. I think it's a pharynx,
What
not
about
a larynx.
No.
I think we all have larynxes,
Wait,
but maybe I don't know the difference between a larynx
Does
and
a
a
lynx
pharynx.
have a larynx?
we could have. Would you be interested in doing sort of like anatomy
What about a
lessons at some
pharaoh
point?
Sphinx, is that what a pharynx?
Are you like coming on to me, bro?
No, it's not like that, Bo. I just thought that maybe to go with your stretching and your lifting, maybe if you knew how your body worked better, you might be able to maximize those gains.
Oh, I think I know how this works. Oh,
Nice. How are his muscles? They're good, right?
oh, he could crush your head between his pecs.
Nice. Yep. All right. Half a second.
Pop it like a grape.
Burble, no.
Roll your stamina.
I was gonna say it's still actually within the 3 sessions, so I'll just roll up a new character.
I'm going to scratch Gore's head. Hi.
You're deliberately waking up. Well, I don't know if I like this part of living.
Oh, wow.
What were we going to ask him?
I think Mikkel's suggestion was.
What do you know about a dude in a trench coat?
What? I don't. What? And Score kind of sleepily gets up,
Show your fucking phone, Burble.
stretches, yawns.
You can go back to sleep. You're going to sleep like 23 hours a day or something. But right now,
The sleeping's
Okay.
good. It's the waking up part that kind of isn't really all that fun.
It's true, but then you remember that you have a new day to face and a new day to explore.
You
and
must
food.
be really popular.
I just got roasted by a cat. Burble's gonna go sit down and give his phone to these two to show.
Nice.
We're both sewing the same
I
phone.
don't. Which? Okay, so whose phone?
Mine has a photo
We're
of.
both holding
trench coat
Burble's
man.
phone. It's enormous. It's like a tablet.
Why is it enormous?
Yeah, he has
what
a
am I, an old
Galaxy
man?
Note
It looks
7.
like somebody just moving.
Huh?
It looks like someone just walking away. What's special about him?
That man knew something about you. He asked us to watch the score, and that's you.
Well, clearly he
Oh,
clearly he knows more about me than I do.
No recognition.
Can I eat the fucking cat now?
Cat just starts.
Because if we find Trenchcoat Dude, maybe Trenchcoat Dude will answer our questions if we still have the cat.
Why would he give us the fucking cat? Was he sick of the cat? It was his cat, and he didn't want the cat anymore, so he stuck it in our phones.
he didn't give it to us. It was
He invented the
created.
cat.
He said, "Watch the score."
Exactly, so he invented the cat. So maybe we stole his invention.
Can I have my phone back?
He
please?
saw how strong you are and how powerful you are and didn't have the guts to try to challenge you.
No, that does track.
You're talking too loud. Hold on, I know how to fix this. And the cat disappears.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
My phone's being passed back.
Your phone is a little heavier than you.
Oh, thanks.
Okay. I was like reaching. I'm definitely like putting my hand down where the cat was. Nothing.
On your lock screen, now at the very bottom, there's that like 16-bit representation of the cat, except now it's just with its paws in the air.
Sleep tight, Score. And I'm gonna put my phone away.
Power off. He's dead.
Oh my god. Honestly, for science, we should check if that works. But probably not, right?
When we're willing to lose him.
While we're god damn.
When we are, not before. Don't turn off your phone.
I am not going to turn off my phone. That said, I am going to do something potentially ridiculous, although I don't think so. I'm going to plug in my phone. I'm going to plug it into the wall. More so
Your
like
little
I'd be
cat
worried
skeleton.
if he could travel, but no, we established.
And he'll
I
be
know.
along.
As
Travel
when
from
you
the
plug your
network.
phone in, when you normally when you plug in a phone, it'll show you the little battery indicator,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
right? The cat sleepily gets up, walks over close to the battery, and then curls up against it
Oh, that's the cutest thing.
because it is warm.
Oh, I think you like him deep down, Mikkel.
I'm gonna eat your phone.
I need this. We should get you something to eat, though. I don't want you to be hangry.
Get all the
Yo, isn't that like the red cap state of being?
Yeah, it is. But I just want to make
Solidarity. Sometimes I feel like I can never get enough protein in after, like in my windows.
sure. Oh my god. Windows.
What?
I was considering biting your other arm for a second.
Let's
Don't fuck with my ratios.
It would even them out, no?
go
Yeah. Oh.
eat.
Yeah, I think we're going to venture out of the freehold then and leave it, and we're going to go to our new old haunt, the Elgin Street Diner.
Yay!
An Ottawa institution. It's a diner. I don't know.
Do you want to describe the Elgin Street Diner?
Sure, it's a 1950s inspired diner on Elgin Street. They serve all sorts of things. What I remember specifically is 1950s American diner staples: burgers, fries. They have poutines very specifically as well, which is not an Ottawa thing, but it is a
Capital of
a Canada thing.
It feels like you're describing an old place in Montreal called Ben's.
Ben's. We could rename it Ben's.
It's gone.
Oh. Goddamn.
Ben's closed a while back, but it was like a very 50s-esque diner. The kind of place that, you would go and they would have a certain limited menu. If you were a kid, you could get a plastic Snoopy.
Oh.
And they had cherry Coke where most places did not have cherry Coke.
Right, yeah. Something I remember, and maybe you can chime in if there's anything else that you remember, but something I do remember is that the milkshakes were kind of their specialty.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they had any really wild, wacky, out there flavors, but they were very large.
Yep.
You get a lot of milkshake. A lot of bang for your buck, so to speak.
Do you remember that Zellers used to have that diner?
Fucking
Yeah,
Zeller's
it's so
Diners.
We used to go there a lot. We would go to Zellers just for dinner.
Oh.
Because it was cheap.
Yeah.
Yo, yeah. And the ice cream was good, I remember. And I think they even had little jukebox
Yeah.
stations at every table, so you could queue up the next
Put
song
through
and
the
stuff. So cool.
CD.
The Zellers that you would have been, it was Alexis Neon.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Long gone now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Where the
Zellers
Target
is a
was, and then
Walmart-esque, I would say.
yeah, it's a
brand,
big box
Canadian
store where
brand.
you Target. Target bought out Zellers.
Yes.
So, and
Yeah.
then didn't succeed in Canada.
No, not enough diners. That's what happened to them.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, honestly.
in a lot of
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
So we go to the diner
Yeah.
and
That was a cool hangout spot.
feed faces.
If there are, often these diners have stacks of newspapers at the front that people can take to their tables. I'm going to grab a handful and hand them to Burble.
Hey, so what can I get you?
Oh, hi. I'll pastrami on rye, please. Side of fries and a pickle. Thank you. And I'm gonna just with the newspaper and start looking through it.
Double cheeseburger with bacon.
Nice.
Fries.
I'm not gonna.
The Triple Decker Club, 2 of the soups of the day, fries and a side of fries, and a chocolate and mint milkshake.
Oh yeah, 1, 2. Just the milkshake, not anything else.
All right, I'll see you later. Hey, Giuseppe. It's
What the hell?
it's the professor, the right wing, and some real ugly kid.
It is so Italian in here, and I don't know why, but I'm into
Real ugly kid.
Are we all the same?
Yeah.
No,
I'm too.
Oh,
Oh,
but he said
dear.
the professor and an ugly kid, so.
I think he said the professor, the hockey player.
he's if this is a regular haunt, then you have to put up with the fact that he's teasing
That's fine.
you.
That's totally
But
fine.
who's the ugly kid? Me?
Yeah, I
I
think
guess so.
Fair.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
model,
it.
you piece of shit.
Oh my god.
Actually, I should probably be much nicer towards paying my way through college.
Seriously.
Taking Giuseppe? No, what's your name? It doesn't matter. I'll ask you.
My
later.
name?
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll
hold
ask
on.
you
Hey,
later.
Tony.
Hey, Tony.
Fabio.
Fabio.
Fabio and Giuseppe. I don't know who runs this place.
Hell.
Okay, well, we're gonna be
Massimo.
seeing a lot of Fabio, so you keep that in the back pocket there, buddy.
Look,
Casting cantrips up the wazoo
It's
on
a
Fabio.
meme.
Fabio. It's a me, Fabio. All right, we lost John. That's
You
fine.
did this.
Apologies
I
to
did.
all Italians out there in the chat.
Seriously.
I already started looking through the papers, but then I'm gonna go, Mikkel, what am I doing with these?
You're looking for soccer games where people beat the crap out of each other, obviously.
I'll read the sports columns.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm looking for. Look, I'm
Oh,
looking
sweet.
for.
Sens traded for insert player here.
Insert player here. Yeah, we'll do that in post. I am, John, going to, look through the paper from today or yesterday or whatever. If there are any perhaps similar events, sporting or otherwise public events of note that degenerated into a riot of some kind.
Okay.
That's all. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. What's that investigation stat at?
I can read a fucking paper, sir. But it is 0. It's a big old goose egg.
Okay. I'm going to consider this as an indication that you're looking at perhaps purchasing investigation at some point.
Yes?
Because technically you wouldn't have even had the idea to start looking in papers if you didn't have any investigation.
Oh, that's my bad. Sorry.
No, that's fair. That is fair.
No.
Yes, I'll
There's
take-
there's nothing wrong with it because honestly, I kind of hate the idea that you can't think through a puzzle because you're like, but the
My
nuts.
sheet.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to get you to roll for this. So instead, I'm just going to tell you.
Okay. That's nice.
But you may want to consider buying at least one.
I
investigation.
plan on it after today.
The grace period. There is a story about a lacrosse team. Yes. Lacrosse is technically one of Canada's 2 national sports, except not many Canadians play it.
Or know anything about
But
it.
it's good in the UK
Cool game.
Yeah.
Cool game.
amongst women.
At a lacrosse game featuring Carleton? Let's say Carleton.
Yeah.
Carleton University?
All right. There was another situation in which it would appear that the players erupted into uncharacteristic violence, although lacrosse is a much more violent game than soccer in a lot of ways. And the game was forced to end early with a no contest verdict.
Okay.
The game didn't count.
Okay, so there's no publishing of what the scores were when they ended?
The score was tied, but because the game was considered no contest, all the scores are invalidated. No goals counted. So there was no score officially.
There was no 6-9.
There's no official score.
Nice.
No, there was no 6-9 score, as nice as that would have been.
So I will, of course, I'll point this out to these guys as well.
I'm sorry, when was that?
That's a great question.
That would have been, because this is today's paper, that would have happened yesterday.
Okay.
We have to stake out every sports game.
No, I think we can make some assumptions here. Relatively young athletes, although I suppose that would be an assumption. Although
Yeah,
emotions tend to
so
run hot. Well,
High school or university,
okay.
having a mass game.
And at least we know what the outcome was both times in terms of what happened.
End of game.
Exactly. You don't think someone's trying to reduce sporting contests to no game, right?
Why?
Exactly. Why get rid of the concept of sportsmanship by forcing games to
It isn't
end?
going to help you get out of gym class.
I mean,
It isn't.
no,
Maybe
well,
someone's like deep into the betting circuit of high school games.
And they're betting the 1 to 1,000 for no game.
Yeah.
No contest.
Let me consult with our resident betting expert.
my brother? Oh, yes. Sorry, Purple. Yeah, of course.
No, you, Scott.
Ah,
Because I'm a winner who wins.
that's correct. Thank you. Cheers.
I would assume that there is legal sports gambling in Ontario, but I believe that's brand new, that it is a thing that is done only on professional grade sports.
Yes. it doesn't mean that there isn't some weird underground high school
So
circuit.
I just want to. I don't want to shut this idea down.
No.
Yeah.
It was
But-
supposed to be stupid.
No, okay,
Don't feel bad about shutting it down.
but I just want to make sure that they know
Oh yeah.
out there, we do not typically gamble on the.
Outcome of
But however, it is absolutely happens, but it's all underground. In the States, it happens quite a bit with football, American football, gridiron football.
Right. But yes, in Ontario, yeah, sports betting via various sort of forums is legal. Yeah. It's possible, I suppose. Although, it just doesn't seem. The motivation is to generate all of this, get the emotions running high, and then perhaps to create something from that.
The television.
Uh-oh.
Are there televisions in the?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Sure.
We can say
Yeah.
yes.
Sure, there's a
seems like
television
there'd
now.
at least be one right behind the counter or something.
So there's a television that comes on, and you know how in restaurants they tend to play like the Food Network
Yeah.
because it makes you
Weird
hungrier?
choice, right? I don't know.
At this point, it is tuned into CBC.
That's the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation.
No, he's retired.
Oh. I know. We left him so much.
They're playing. It's local news at this point, not national news. It's also not Peter Mansbridge for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know who the local news anchors are in Ottawa. We'll say that it is a serious-looking woman with a headscarf, staring directly into the camera, who's mouthing something. The volume isn't up on the television, but the chyron at the bottom shows violence at high school baseball game.
Baseball game.
Yeah.
Are there any images to go along with this?
It's at the moment it's just the news anchor reading, but you can't hear what she's saying.
I'm going to look it up on the CBC website to read the article that hopefully goes with it.
Oh, that's a smart plan. I was going to be
I
like,
have one
Turn
done
up
of
the
investigation.
yeah, I was waiting for that, but like that's
Yeah, I
also
know.
an
I was
equally
gonna
good
do
thing
that,
to
but
do.
I'm like, no.
Turn up the fucking. Can we do both?
Yeah, we can do both. I don't see why not.
Hey, come on, it's a family business.
Said.
No, I got the video here. And I turn up my volume to max, which is obnoxious to everyone else in the restaurant.
Oh, Cadet. It's obnoxious to me too. Yeah.
So it leads into we should warn you that the following footage may be disturbing to some viewers.
My God.
And it cuts to a shot of a pitcher. So like, you know how if you're right behind, if you're in the stands, you're behind like the catcher and the umpire, you can see the pitcher. So the pitcher flings a what are you doing?
I'm just holding up a fake phone.
Immersion.
Oh, okay. The pitcher hurls a ball, and it just absolutely beans the player like right into the side of the head. Who's wearing a helmet?
Yeah.
The player, like the helmet just wangs off the head. The umpire points to first base. The teams start shouting at each other. Then there's a cut in the video, and this time the pitcher throws the ball. The catcher, however, deliberately drops his glove so that the ball hits the umpire instead. The umpire then ejects the pitcher and the catcher and then just calls the game. But at that point, both dugouts rush the field. The umpire manages to struggle away, but it is a brawl. The video cuts out shortly thereafter.
Fucking sick.
So the anchor goes on to describe how several of the teenagers were taken to hospital for non-life-threatening injuries, and mentions that this follows in a line of recent violent events with our youth and sports. And then it cuts to a researcher at Carleton University, who is starting to describe things about how kids are becoming quite in touch with the violence that they see now in media and video games, and are bringing that out to our sports fields, where instead of sportsmanship being taught, now it's win at all costs and punish those who dare to defeat you.
Make him hurt.
The researcher has this like long drawn face, very kind of sallow eyes, and speaks in a low, very, very disturbing drone.
Is this person's name at the bottom of the screen, whether or not you want?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Dr.
Oh my God. Yes.
Riverwild. Rivald. Sorry. Dr. Anthony Riverwild.
Okay.
There, Tony's in just for you.
Tony, hey, Tony.
Hey, sports, huh?
You want to come down to that Italian eatery, the Elkin Street Diner?
I don't fucking know the Elkin Street Diner.
I love it. It's great. It's fantastic.
Fight me.
I think we've got someone to pay a visit to. Might know a bit more about what's going on, or can at least maybe tell us if there's any sort of special occurrences happening at these events. I don't know why you would want to be generating so much anger and want to be undoing the idea of fair competition. It's
Look,
like
winning is winning.
But there's the person, if there's a single person doing this, I don't disagree. I just mean that if there's a single person who's doing this, then they can't possibly care about the outcome of any game.
I mean, they care about the outcome. They care about the outcome being
No outcome.
So with apologies saying that some of the food may take a while to arrive, you get your food. Mikkel, you only get about a quarter of the food that you ordered so
Fucking
far.
unacceptable.
Oh my God.
Oh, I mean, everybody could wait instead.
I'll have my fries now.
Having my milkshake as well. Okay. Any other nom, nom, nom. Theories, thoughts? I just want to make sure that we've got the right idea here.
This might help you, John. I've jotted down some other school names for you.
Oh, hey, thanks.
Oh.
Thank you.
I did know about. Oh, I did not know about. Oh,
I like the idea that Liz
Interesting.
wrote really
Okay.
scandalous shit on that.
I know.
you know what though? I super appreciate this, so thank you very much.
Oh my God.
There's
Yeah.
definitely
It's just
more, I'm
like-
sure.
Scissor.
It sounds like you're going to have to be coming up
Excuse
with a
me?
bunch on the spot. So.
Rock Academy, paper school, and
Ball
scissor.
sack. Elementary.
Balzac High.
Sorry.
Excuse me, Eugene de Balzac was a very important figure in Ottawa history.
Clearly a very mature grown-up adult here.
I'll take it though.
No, but seriously, de Balzac's actually a real
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. We just laugh at it.
ball sack.
I think it's hilarious.
Okay. I will try to find information on this Dr. Anthony Riverwild.
Sure. He is a researcher at Carleton University, has recently come onto the scene in that you can't find any articles that mention him in the past, like beyond 3 years ago. Knowing that any kind of somebody who is a doctor most likely has published research papers as well. So clearly this person must be somewhat young, except the face that you saw on the screen. Well, definitely didn't appear young, but also didn't appear old either.
But I think there's
Long drawn face, sallow eyes, but not
that
like
tends to age somebody a little
Yeah.
bit, you know?
You don't actually teach as a character?
No.
Okay.
So that is a good thing. Actually, I should mention.
I was just like, oh, look this person up on JSTOR. I remember having to do that for school.
Shit.
But no. if you are not currently associated with an educational facility.
No, I have certainly worked at schools around the Ottawa region, but right now I felt it was better for me to help inspire people through a more free-form kind of situation. I wrote this down somewhere.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. I was recently running a camp called Physics Fundamentals.
Fun
Emphasis on
in the
exactly.
capital letters.
Emphasis on the dementals.
Wow.
I will leave it.
It's very possible that's the case for either of my 2 educational facilities.
There's no
A-OK,
fun to be found here.
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
Having to fill out forms to become an alumni, and then they're just going to email me for money. They
Yeah,
call me every year. They're like, "Hi, I see you studied in theater. Do you want to give us money?" And I'm like, "Hi, I studied in theater.
Yeah.
It's the pandemic. Good luck."
Although, if you do keep your alumni, then you can still check stuff out of their library.
I know, it's true.
And they do have acting with an accent.
Ah,
There we go.
tapes we love so much.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think that they do now have some on CD.
Yep.
Sweet.
Still doesn't really help me that much.
No. Disc media. Oh,
But you can order them online.
sweet.
Oh, maybe I should.
Yeah, they do have them online, I think, in MP3 format.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try to see if I can't find any association to like a university or a company.
Carleton University.
Carleton! Woo! Looks like we're taking a trip to Carleton.
And probably not right now. It's
No. Tomorrow, because this is still Sunday. From
That's
3
right.
weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can see if he's got any, well, maybe insight or ideas. I'm starting to think, though, Det, that if this is the pattern you were looking for, then maybe the plan could continue. Maybe we'd want to host our own event, make it seem like it's going to be a really big one, even if it's not, and draw the attention of this person.
Yes.
Yeah, I can make sure that it's not so much work for you. Hopefully.
You can do the setup. I'll just close my eyes.
Is that how that works?
Or go not be there. I'll be downstairs.
Like if there's a boggin running around and you just do this. I guess, they're unobserved. Anyway,
Yeah.
whatever.
I neglected to ask.
Yeah.
What is your horde?
It is, and I still don't know where that printed out character sheet was. So, it is a collection of hockey cards, specifically foils, slash
yeah.
aka shiny. And they're kept in the 3x3 pages in like the best 5-star binders with like the zipper and like archival quality stuff. But it's kept at my home in a series of fireproof bags. Bought off of Amazon. So it's probably not like the best quality, but she only has resources too. So she doesn't have like a super fireproof safe.
And is it like hidden underneath like a floorboard or something?
Probably just in a closet.
Okay.
Underneath like all my trainers. Shoes, that is.
And I just like the idea that you like go into the closet. There's that moment of like, woof, because like it's full of sports
Oh yeah,
equipment.
athlete shoes, athlete clothes and shoes.
But then like, I just need to see it first.
Yeah, but it's in a box, right? And it's got like silica gel packs,
Gotta get
and,
the-
like
Yeah.
all the things.
Gotta get my fix.
So shiny, so foil.
as a
Yeah.
not a rules question, but like as a curiosity, my remembrance of the frailty is that like if it's threatened at all, you have to roll
Threatened,
willpower.
and you
or
have to
something?
spend time with it like every week.
Time with
It is.
You live with it.
Yeah,
For
exactly.
Cluricon, collecting isn't a mere hobby, but a consuming obsession. They must spend time with their collection frequently to satisfy this aspect of their nature, an easier task for a Cluricon with a smaller, more portable collection than one for whose hoard is larger and unwieldy. Spending more than a week away from her collection triggers banality.
Okay.
So if we ever go on a field trip, it is small enough that I could use an entire luggage just to travel, bring it with us. So if it's like moving country, it's not like I collect,
Wall
iron
safes.
thrones.
Oh yeah.
Or wall safes.
I like iron thrones.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay, that's good to know. In case we need to know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the rest of your food arrives.
Oh, good. I get to work.
Still polishing off my fries. Because they always give me too many fries.
I don't necessarily have anything more to accomplish here at dinner.
I think
People do.
So we're trying to lure this doctor with an event and hot dogs.
Oh no, we're gonna go talk to him.
talk to the doctor
Sorry.
and lure the bad person
sorry.
who I don't think is the doctor. It might be the doctor, but at the moment I'm not thinking it's the doctor.
The voice that you heard on the video is definitely not the voice that you heard when you spoke to said person.
And
Yeah.
I don't
Great.
trust that fucking doctor.
why?
Did you see? I mean, did you hear what they were saying? Come on, violence. Violence is.
Hey, so which one of
Right,
you is it taking care of the bill this time?
Yep. I go for my wallet here. I'm helping those in need. No.
Do you have
But yeah, I'll
resources?
pay.
3?
No.
Ooh, 2?
Yes.
Oh, we all have 2. That's nice.
Yes.
We all have okay income.
Yeah. Not bad.
Hey, resources 2 is really good income. Like, it's...
Yeah, it's reliable, steady income. It allows us to actually live in Ottawa rather than like having to drive into the city every day or whatever. Yeah.
I even
Maybe
have
I
a
enjoy
window.
living in the country.
A window.
a single
Nice.
I have a window.
It's in the bathroom.
It's a good place for it, honestly.
Specifically, resources 2 means that you're a member of the middle class.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I'm bougie AF. Pardon
Well,
me
yeah,
while
I
I
mean, you're
get
in
some
a league.
avocado toast. Yeah, I'm in a women's league.
Zero resources means you can live. You just
Yeah.
basically you have roommates in a
Paycheck to
Right.
paycheck.
not a great apartment.
Yeah.
1 means that you're a working class resident as long as you're careful with money.
Okay.
2, you're a member of the middle class and can afford to splurge occasionally.
Sweet.
Well,
Thanks,
here's my
Verbal.
splurge. I'm buying dinner for these chuckles over here.
That's not a splurge.
Okay, fine.
I don't know.
like a
With
car.
how much Pickle eats.
Yeah.
$200 dinner.
Have you seen avocado toast prices these days?
Yeah.
Gross.
I like how level 4 though says you're wealthier than most of your peers and rarely use cash.
Wow.
This was.
I mean, that's pretty
I
funny
mean,
though,
it's written at a different time and in a different country as well.
Yeah. Like rarely use cash. I guess I have resources 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny
I
though.
don't know if I'm wealthier than most of my peers, but whatever.
So yes, I
The times.
will
Americans.
reiterate to Mikkel here the idea is that yes, we're gonna go and visit Dr. Riverwild, see if maybe they know a bit more than they are letting on. I give you a big wink from behind these specs here. What are you flicking something at me?
A fry.
A fry. Okay. Oh, thank you.
I mean, not
What did
to
I tell you about that sort of thing?
cast
You want a fucking
judgment,
piece of bullshit?
but they sure looked very to me.
Mm. Yeah. Well, it's
They look very what? I didn't.
Sorry, I whispered
Okay.
it.
ironically. Right?
Yeah.
I would like to be able to hear.
No, you can't know our jokes. You're the
No humor on
outside
that side of
storyteller.
the table.
Oh,
On the
No. Come back. We love you, guys.
So let's go break a doctor's kneecaps.
No, Mikkel. There's no need to break kneecaps. We're gonna get to the bottom
We're
of this.
gonna have a super cool sports event at the park.
Yes.
Where it's gonna obviously have to be teenage group A versus teenage group B, otherwise this person's gonna show up. If it's me versus Mikkel, they're gonna give
No,
flying.
They're fucking lost.
Yes.
no, but exactly. This is the but this is
How would the
idea.
two of you compete?
I don't know.
Biting.
Skateboarding badly. I don't think either of us is good at it, but we probably
we'll
can
both
stand.
skateboard.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You both have enough
roller derby.
athletics that if you wanted to know how to
Roller derby.
skateboard,
It's gotta be.
that would be okay.
Actually, that's a
God.
grein
Roller
idea.
derby?
Yes.
I'm writing down roller derby.
We're doing a roller derby event.
Hooray!
Well, we'll run it by Yan or whatever.
I assume there's an outer perimeter.
yeah, or whatever.
You don't need to have a proper bank track.
Yes, you do. Roller derby? Yes, you absolutely have
like
to have
We've
it.
got toboggans.
Maybe Jenny can teach me how to skateboard.
Actually, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
have to ski.
I will be curious to know whether this is specifically an idea of team events that need to be disrupted or
Exactly.
like individual events. So
It's gonna be derby.
exactly.
And I will coach one of the teams.
When?
Teach them to,
Win at all costs.
yes,
All right.
push.
Them to not suck.
Yeah.
But at this point, I think I mean, I'm ready to sort of end the meal and
Yeah. Everything that's left is taken with me.
There's stuff that's left.
Take them with her.
I ordered 2 milkshakes, so one of them
Yes,
I
gorgeous.
requested in a to-go.
Okay, because I would have said you wouldn't have to leave anything behind if you didn't want to.
Yeah.
You'd be able to eat it.
I don't like walking without some kind of food or beverage, so like that's why I ordered a second
you know,
milkshake.
like walking
sense.
without food or
I
beverage.
appreciate that.
Oh, you're gonna hate this campaign.
Yeah. I'm like Brad Pitt. I always need
Nice.
to be. eating.
Views expressed by the character are not necessarily shared by the player or endorsed by RPG Clinic.
Mm.
Kate does not like people hurting each other in sports.
Not all the time.
Do you?
No.
However,
I'm playing a literal nightmare. I like
But
fights.
yeah, I think we're going to move on to. I mean, unless something is going to interrupt us, we're going to meet up at Carleton University and go and try
Yeah.
to find Dr. Riverwild.
Okay, is that what you want to do next?
Yes.
All right, let's get some downtime actions in here quick.
Oh, downtown.
You're going to talk to Yan to try to organize an event.
I am.
Okay, what kind of event?
A roller derby event.
Okay,
That's gonna be a big,
roller derby. So
quite specific.
here's the thing about roller derby.
no, hit
I
us up.
just want to say that typically I don't think teenagers play.
It is a very
it's a pretty
because
violent
it's by
sport.
default there's violence to it.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
we choose a typically less
Now,
violent.
I don't
sport.
mind if we want to just say, it's okay, we'll have teenagers play this sport because that's what it's like in this universe. If you just like the idea of it still being roller derby, or we can change the sport, or we could change the intended participants. But I'm fine with fudging it if you are.
I mean, I guess then it could be like, are there any group skateboarding or rollerblading events that don't involve tracks?
I mean, not team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
typically.
exactly.
So that's the thing, we want to have a team thing. So we could do, but university age would.
yeah.
No,
Roller
like,
derby,
yeah.
yes.
College.
So we'll get,
well,
yeah,
university,
university aged. That's fine.
Yeah.
Because there was stuff at the lacrosse game was
Yeah.
between the
As long as you're assuming that it's like 18 and up, then yes.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Great,
Cool.
That's fine.
That's what I'm.
I just didn't want you to think like we're getting 12-year-olds to
Yeah,
come in
no.
and break each other's teeth.
Yeah.
like 6'5", bruisers coming in. You know,
Did you ever know one? I knew one.
a 6'5" bruiser.
It wasn't 6'5", but like somebody who was over 6 feet at the age of like 12.
Not
Yeah.
And that kid was just like on every sports team.
Yeah, of course.
And I felt so badly for him
Yeah.
because he didn't really want to.
Oh, if you don't
He
like.
was just good. So they were like, yeah, play. He was like, but I'm only good because I'm just bigger than everyone
long
else.
ass legs. Yeah.
And in high school, the thing you don't necessarily want to do is draw attention to the way that you're different from everyone else. The poor guy. Anyway,
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
a curling brawl. Curling.
Dangerous. Get them rocks. I would take some more. Whoa! Thank you. But yes, that my downtime action will be speaking to Yan about organizing this. If he asks, I'm going to be super upfront with the fact that we are attempting to lure someone to this event who might try something dangerous.
I mean, it's fine with me. I don't mind. I really have to find a good voice for Yan, and I have not found it yet.
Grace period. It's fine.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
It's nice to you too.
Applies for everyone.
Oh God. I meant to curl.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
God.
So if
straddling
people
the
don't know what's
table like-
happening, they're trying to touch feet.
We
It's just
succeeded though. That was well done. Thank you, John.
because of the way your neck was. It kind of looked like you were wearing a choker. Awesome. I don't know why.
Because the jacket has a...
Oh yeah, no, the mic
Higher collar.
arm weirdly looked like a choker.
Oh, well, I can't do anything about the microphone.
No, just when you were lying down. It was fun.
So, are we planning on having this event in the indoor park or the outdoor park? Because we have an outdoor one as well, right? I'm sorry, I'm still...
You only have an indoor park.
Okay, great. So indoor park.
Yes.
How many exits are there?
2. One.
There's the
per
exit that
shop.
goes, technically 3. There's
Right.
one that goes out into the store, there's one that goes out to the stockroom, and there's an emergency exit.
Right.
Gotcha.
Right.
Excellent.
3.
Right. So your downtime activity is arranging this?
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, do you think I need to check with Lady Genwi, Yan?
Genwi, so Jan kind of was like, no.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he'll let her know that it's happening, but he controls what happens in the park and the store.
That's it, right?
They belong to him, not her.
Which I think I know. It's like Burble wants to make sure that,
Yep.
you know.
Just making it clear.
Thank you.
Genwi's the freeholder. The freehold is underneath all of it. But the thing is, she even has turned over most of how the freehold runs to Jan.
Right.
But the store and the pro shop, and the park, those all belong to him.
Right. Right. Cool. That's the, you know, that organizing might take some time because we need to promote it. We need to get people in. We need to build a thing, blah, blah, blah. But there will be hot dogs.
Fuck yeah.
There will be a roller derby event.
Kind of the crosshair. He's not acting freeholder. He just basically makes all the decisions. Acting freeholder would imply that the present freeholder is gone.
Like he's like a super powerful
Second in command.
yeah, what is it? Seneschal? Is that the name of the second? Or
Yeah, it's
Chancellor? I keep thinking Chancellor. It's not Chancellor.
Steward or seneschal.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Cool. But yeah, that's what I'm doing in my downtime before we go to visit Dr. Riverwild.
Okay. So that is set up, but it's going to take like at least a week.
For sure. Yeah.
That's fine. And you want to meet with Riverwild.
I want to be part of that team, yes.
Okay.
I would also like to go to meet the creepy doctor and break their kneecaps.
I cannot wait to find out how we're going to like justify this. I mean,
Shadowland, I think, is a gendered term.
Maybe.
I think it's
Yeah, it's got an E at the end.
specifically
That
for
would make sense.
for female
Shadowing.
role. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Who cares? I care, but I'll look it up later.
Also, in my downtime, I'm, I don't know, practicing running between the 3 exits. I'm like timing myself so that if somebody creepy tries to get away, I can get to that door and stop them.
Do you need somebody to time you?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
I can take care of that.
Let's do it.
Okay. So Crow now is set up, and he has
yeah.
an elaborate mechanical stopwatch. You know, the kind that like has the big
Incredible.
click. You know, like how on 60 Minutes they're like, tick, 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 tick.
I love
It's one of those. And look, this is the voice that I would use for him, unless I'm exhausted. At which point it becomes more like this. Oh God!
We should get him tired all the time.
The giddy. So he'll
Great.
help you out.
I'm running drills with Crow. I'm despite how loosey-goosey I am in most elements of my life, I take my training very seriously. So if we agree we're meeting at a certain time and training for 2 hours, that is exactly what we do.
So I should point out the Crow always arrives exactly on time.
Oh, yes.
He is not early.
That's fine.
He's not late, but he's also not a wizard.
Not yet. Not yet. And I'm learning about roller derby, I guess.
Sweet.
Go to Bing. Roller derby.
So your level of athletics is?
4. Specialty hockey.
Your level of athletics is?
For specialties showing off.
So both of you could potentially participate in a roller derby easily. Your specialty might actually apply for certain things because
Used to
skating,
be on skates and moving in that kind of.
even though roller derby, it's a different kind of skate.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty close. Also checking people, slamming into others. For people who don't know about roller derby, do one of you want to say very quickly what it is?
Okay. Super oversimplified. It's kind of like 2 simultaneous relay races where everyone's traveling in a clump. and different members of the team have different jobs. Like they're the ones whose job it is to kind of block the other teams, and basically typically the smallest, fastest members of each group are trying to pass certain like checkpoints. That is it at a very, 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 very.
But it is a contact sport.
Yes, a lot of elbowing.
And typically, it is a sport for women.
Somehow. I think because it started off less violent would be my guess, and like then it was like, because I feel like there might have been roller relay or something, and it may have evolved.
Oh, men have certainly played.
My theory is it's the opposite. Women had so much rage, like in the Riot Girl era, that they needed some way to get it out, and and it started at like, this is just the theory that it started at roller discos and roller rinks, and then people were like, oh, like I got so much rage at the patriarchy, and then let's start going in circles and elbowing each other.
Flower of August, right now, it's still the same date as our first game.
Yeah, but we're probably
It will advance in
going to
time.
the next day or a few.
Yeah.
And then may jump forward. Yeah.
I will say that I know that some people really care about the dates, and I really appreciate it, but I don't.
Yeah.
So if I am vague with the dates, you can ask, and I'll give you an approximate answer, but I just don't care that much about like being very specific about the day.
Home Game is a series on Netflix as well, and every episode they focus on a different sport. There is one episode devoted to roller derby as well.
Sweet.
That's pretty cool.
Most cool. Yeah.
Crosshair.
Yeah, I don't care.
The love is there, the crosshair, and we appreciate it, but at this point, no, we just don't. It matters little to us, but the relative time does. Like,
It is good to check in with us because yes, then we can remind ourselves roughly what
it's
time
been
it
a
is.
day.
Yeah.
such as like this day has not ended yet. We're still in that first game session date. Well, that's going to change. Are you trying to like make an official appointment to see the Dr. Riverwild? Or are you just like planning on just showing up?
I would think of doing that. I would think of showing up to the campus and trying to figure out where their office is.
Just hoping that he's around.
Just walk on in. Keep
Yeah.
those hours.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So technically this game started on a Sunday, so
Yeah.
you can just try again the following day on a Monday.
Yep. Great.
All right. All three of you are going?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't miss this.
Carleton University is a university. It's got a lovely campus. Everything's great. Finding the building where Riverwild's office is not hard. When you arrive and you ask to speak with him, I guess? Or are you just trying to just go? Like, look up the number and just walk to the office?
That.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why don't you just roll me 1d10, please?
4.
Okay. When you arrive, you see that there's voices coming from within the office. It seems that Dr. Riverwild is speaking with someone else. Based on the tone of voice, probably a student.
Mm-hmm.
There are, however, like chairs and the like to sit in to wait for your turn.
Which
Yep.
certainly we will.
I would do.
Is that true of everyone?
I'm stalking.
It's part of the table, yeah, for sure.
It doesn't take very long for the student to leave. A youngish-looking man who's just clutching books to his chest as he walks away. He pays very little attention to the three of you.
Does it seem like he was just ravaged, maybe?
Oh, that's a good question. Why don't you roll your perception and your... You can either roll your kenning or your empathy.
Yikes.
Both do.
Oh my god.
That's one success.
You still haven't botched yet.
That's right.
Okay.
No, wait, didn't I botch my first roll?
I don't
Did you?
remember.
I don't know.
But not today, anyway.
No, it was ages ago.
I think we would have remembered.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe.
I don't know.
No, I
Tell
don't
us
think so.
out there in camera land. I say camera land
Camera
because, well, I'm looking at a camera.
Ah.
Oh,
First roll was a
fail.
fail.
Okay.
It was
What
me.
a what a
Professor.
start.
Yeah.
No. Just looks like the person was just left and is nervous.
Walk up to the office and knock on the door frame.
Come in.
I like to think that the three of us kind of, make a pretty funny looking pair. Or trio.
You would make a funny looking pair.
Because you can't see me right away, right? Because I'm at the level of
What is it, a boggin and a clericon in a trench coat?
So I'm assuming Det
Yay.
usually enters rooms first, but maybe that's incorrect.
I don't know. It depends on the context.
I like
Yeah.
to picture it.
Yeah, Bo did botch, but I don't count my own
Yeah.
botches.
Great. So I knock on the door,
Mhm.
and they say come in. So I step forward.
Mm-hmm.
So you go in. He's got a room that it looks like a. Okay, how often have you been inside a professor's office?
Couple times.
Several times. Can you describe like the level of organization that you would find in those offices?
It depends on the prof. My
Yeah.
Irish history prof, there was just books everywhere, like
Yeah.
everywhere.
In my experience, visiting the office of a professor is usually an exercise in either excavation or in wonderment, because it's just so full of stuff. And even if it's like well organized and like all of it's put in a bookshelf, like there's just tons of stuff.
There isn't usually, it's not usually a large office, and there's usually a lot of stuff because they're a prof and they have a lot of.
Yeah, they have a lot of books. And
dedicated
they have a
to
lot
their
of stuff
work,
that they
yeah.
got. This room, there is a single desk with one chair on one side, two chairs on the other side, a window with its blinds closed. There is a laptop computer sitting on top of the desk. There is a Newton's cradle. You know what a Newton's cradle is? 5 balls sitting on the desk as well. And nothing else.
Oh God.
No bookshelves, no books. The ceiling is like asbestos tiling.
Yeah.
Like fluorescent light coming from above. So like very kind of harsh light in here, especially because there's no natural light coming in. I assume that you're not going in too late, so it's during the day.
Yeah.
Are you my students?
No. So this person is not a Slua, I would guess.
They do
Right.
not look fey.
Right. No. We had some questions for you in terms of the cases of violence among students, including those here at your university.
Yes, I would be pleased to discuss it. If you would care to sit down, I will arrange for another chair.
I'm
Please
good.
wait.
I'm good. I don't need to sit.
I insist.
I insist on standing.
Very well.
I'll take a seat.
I will also
Chair is cold and uncomfortable.
We were hoping you could shed a bit more light maybe on what you think might be some of the causes. We were actually at one of the events ourselves not too long ago, a soccer match between girls, high school teams, that also degenerated into some violence, seemingly out of nowhere.
Yes. It is becoming a more common prospect. I believe that children are merely reinforcing their own violent tendencies.
Why
It is-
only in the city of Ottawa?
My research is dedicated to this city.
I'm saying that it hasn't happened in other cities. It is a unique phenomenon to Ottawa.
It has become acceptable behavior here due to a lack of enforcement of rules and order.
And you find that Ottawa is such a unique city in that sense? Is that why you were drawn here for your research?
I have been a research associate here for at least 4 years.
Yes.
This violence has only become commonplace in the past month.
And you don't find that a strange sudden uptick across the city?
Yes, it is. Therefore, I have already given my findings and my recommendations to the city council.
But what recommendations?
Public team sporting events should be banned citywide for the next 3 months as we evaluate why our teenaged population continues to resort to violent behavior to express themselves.
That seems rather
That is bullshit.
Absolutely not.
significant in response to what is an extremely bizarre phenomenon. You don't think it could be something to do with the water or...
If you will forgive me, I do not know who you are or what your qualifications may be.
Well, we're actually dedicated to sporting in the city, and if your recommendation is to shut it down for a few months while studying the problem, that kind of puts us out of...
How can you study the problem without any events to research?
My priority is the safety of the children.
As is ours.
Then you will
Sport
agree that this is an
important for the
odd...
health and safety and well-being of them, both physically and mentally.
And so it will be all right as a sacrifice when someone gets seriously hurt
No.
or even killed
That
as a
is-
result of this uptick of violence.
Can I,
Which is,
yeah.
let's be fair,
Yeah, it's unfair. There is a fairness to the argument.
but also none of the fights that you've seen has escalated to the point of like somebody dying.
No.
Right. First and foremost, at some point, I'm going to have to roll banality unless I do something really soon,
Yeah.
because this is horrible. But, like, can I roll to determine whether this is either very specifically a very banal person or a person that's been somehow...
An autumn person?
Yeah, an autumn person, I think is the word, yeah.
Yeah.
Or whether they've, I don't know, had the life sucked out of them.
You can roll perception, Kenning.
Perception Kenning? I will. Thank you. Whee! Really only take that?
The book does not go into a whole lot of description of how you can detect banality,
Yeah.
but you could detect ravaging potentially, because somebody would be like have just had glamour ripped away from them,
Right,
so
exactly.
that you might be able to detect.
I think as changelings, like, you probably just kind of know whether when you're in the presence of a lot of it, right? Because it feels bad. I got 2 successes.
There's definitely no indication that this person has had any recent ravaging,
Okay.
or for that matter, rhapsody.
Mm-hmm.
But that would only last for a certain amount of time.
You were hoping to see if they were
sorry.
an autumn person?
For everyone. Well,
Was
yeah,
that-
but that's not something that you can kind of just like
Gotcha.
tell right away. But that works as that's something.
Well, if you've made your recommendation to the city, I appreciate your efforts towards the safety of our city's youth. I hope that you continue to research into the cause, because simply shutting down the symptom isn't a cure. We're here to solve whatever the root cause is.
As you have said, it seems to be localized to this city. As a result, we can study other cities of similar socioeconomic situations while we prevent any further violence here.
You said you've been a research associate for 4 years. I'm gonna like pop up to my feet. 4 years? And the best you can come up with is violence in media and video games? That's been debunked for absolutely decades now.
Yeah.
Do you dare stand here and tell us that he's just like getting a little worked up
It
himself,
has
right?
nothing like that. That is prevalent in every city in the Western world, at least.
Have some imagination.
Did someone tell you to do this research?
He looks at you who have stood up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he himself does not seem to be a very tall person. I mean, you're all sitting down, but it's kind of clear that he's of a shorter stature. He does not stand up.
Sure.
He looks back and forth. Chairs were offered. I do not see why decorum must be discarded in the context of an adversarial conversation.
The fact that you call yourself a researcher and you have not entertained any other notions of such an unusual event or series of events is what's riling me up. That's all. And I take my seat. Boop.
The application of scientific discovery in order to bring realization to this world is important. One must not reach such an emotional conclusion. The facts are plain.
Correlation does not equal causation, my good sir.
I was going to say that.
Are you a researcher as well?
I am a lifetime researcher of sport and its influence on youth and communities and the greater good of society.
You are too close to the subject matter at hand.
Nothing has changed in this city uniquely in terms of violent video games.
You hear a
We
ping.
should be
Pardon
studying
me for one moment. And he looks at his computer. He pulls out a phone. He dials a number, and he's looking at the three of you. Yes, I received your email.
Uh-oh.
I am afraid that such an excuse is unacceptable. Your paper will be due tomorrow, 10 a.m. on my desk, or you will receive a failing grade. 2 days lack of... Sorry, not 2 days lack. Tardiness of more than 2 days will result in a 0 on the assignment, and you will be placed on academic probation immediately. My condolences about your brother. Now I'm going to ask you to roll your banality.
I'm doing it, yeah.
I mean, this isn't necessarily my antithesis, but over...
Oh, yeah, he specifically brought it up.
It's just so gross.
Would all three of us be rolling?
I'm asking Burble for
Okay.
it at this time. If you spend longer with this person, I may be asking you to as well.
I'm feeling particularly, grossed out by it.
I'm basing it on Scott's reaction.
Yeah, it's
You're
just...
rolling
Yeah.
banality? I'm not
believe
sure.
it is
You are-
glamour
so,
defeat, but we'll
Specifically, you're rolling your glamour at difficulty
try
8.
side. Thank you. Okay, I got a success, so I'm holding on.
So yeah,
For
you're
now.
fine.
But not forever.
You have presented your assumptions, your skewed research to the city. Violent video games haven't suddenly appeared in Ottawa in the past month.
Sorry, I'm just making sure
Yeah.
that I just gave him the right roll.
Recognize that you are reading
Oh,
something,
yeah,
which is
for
why I
sure,
said
for
Yeah,
sure.
glamour difficulty 8. If you fail, you gain a point of banality.
You botch.
If you botch, it's 1 for every 1 rolled. I may also add additional to that.
None of the causes that you cited are new or different or unique to the city of Ottawa in the last month. I am very concerned that you are not practicing proper research ethics, and you are now skewing the city's approach to a very significant problem. If it has nothing to do with video games, right? There aren't Overwatch tournaments, I don't know, whatever the cool sport of the moment is,
Carlton,
happening.
I think, had an official League of Legends team.
They
Great.
did have an esports team.
League of Legends also cannot know everything about video games.
Why the hell not?
Causing fights. We need to stem the cause, not the symptom. What if next it will be reading groups?
Your concern as a individual is noted. However,
I will be going to the city to make sure that your research is stricken from the record because it is completely unbased in fact.
that is your right as an official citizen of the city of Ottawa.
I want to use my Clericon birthright to try to rile him up to fight me.
To punch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this distraction goes off, I will use it to my advantage. So thank you.
I'm gonna smash his computer.
No, what the hell?
Sorry.
We need that.
We need it to die. I know.
All right.
Fighting
Just let me
words.
look at who the emails
So I basically just have to resist with a willpower roll.
Yeah.
Botch.
Botch. Botch.
So specifically, the thing that you would have to say in
Yeah.
order to get him to reach out
Yeah.
and punch you
Yeah.
is to imply that despite the fact that you have no academic credentials,
Yeah.
that you would outperform him in any academic arena that he would so choose.
I'm clearly a better researcher. I will spend 3 hours on Wikipedia and have something that is less full of shit than you.
Okay, so I'm rolling his willpower,
Wham.
which is a big old 3 dice.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Come on down.
Let's see how this goes. Reaches out, he plucks 2 of the balls off the Newton's cradle, then lets it go, and you hear pick, 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 pick. Wikipedia is a poor academic substitute for a genuine encyclopedia.
As
or
are
research
you.
mate-
And I'm going to stand up.
Point. Point.
Don't show your face on television again with your shoddy research,
Shit.
tarnishing the reputation of sports and the value it has for our communities. I will solve the source of this problem. Stop wasting the city's time. And I'm going to leave, since he didn't seem to want to throw a punch at me.
No,
He did not.
he rolled 1 success.
All right. Man,
That's why he was like, I will come myself.
Yes, that exactly. This is the only thing that I have that brings me any joy. Look at it go. Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah.
The 2 of you are still present, so unless you're deciding to storm away with her. I'll also point out that none of you introduced yourself by name.
Nope.
Did you intend to?
No.
Don't think so.
All right,
I
creepy trio
really
freaked me
intended
out.
to if it was a Cathane.
not a good
Now,
thing.
not at all, right? So like, I'm
not a
glad I
Cathane.
didn't. Yoy. Are we? What do you think?
I just want to know one thing.
What is this one thing that you wish to
Did you do this because you hate sports? Or because some fucking bigwig in a fancy office told you to?
I did this to protect children from their own violent selves.
So you came up with the idea on your own?
Those who wish to encourage violent activities among the most vulnerable of our population do not understand that if we do not regulate, there can be no safety.
You're one of those people that think by telling teenagers not to have sex, they're not going to have sex, right?
Worked for Burble.
An education of abstinence is clearly the only option in a world in which the degeneracy of those who have decided to partake in fornication have poisoned the minds of children everywhere.
You are a fucking idiot.
I will thank you for your time.
You are not welcome. I'd like to try.
No, that's good. That's good.
Det left her chair at least,
Oh,
so
yeah.
I want to take the chair and smash it
Oh my god.
and then leave.
I'm just going to say right here,
even a bunk.
the views of Dr. Riverwild do not equal the views of RPG Clinic, the 4 of us who make up this thing, or especially me. Jesus Christ.
H. Yeah, for sure.
Oh.
So
Not even as a
yeah,
bunk, eh? Just smash the chair. I love it. I don't know what you're gonna.
I don't really think,
No. That's fair.
short of contracting
Are you
him.
trying to intimidate him?
Yeah, I want to stop his research for a few days because he's pissing his pants with fear. So yeah, I'm smashing this chair. Stay away from the sport.
Okay, roll me your manipulation, intimidation. I'm going to give you an extra point off of your difficulty just because he came very close to punching debt and did not. So this puts your difficulty at 3. This will not always happen.
No.
But for this guy, it is. Let's see how it goes. If you botch this, I'm going to laugh.
I am not botching this.
That would be pretty wild.
Wouldn't that be great, though?
But yeah.
That's
I don't
6
know what you'd do.
successes.
He's just like, I think I love you.
Oh god.
Jesus.
6 successes?
Yeah.
You got friends now.
Stay away from the sports.
The pungent smell of urine
Oh.
and other
Ooh.
excrement as he
That's a good point.
scrambles backwards, knocking over his own chair. He falls, bonking his head on the ground, not like seriously, but he's like pushing himself all the way back against the wall, and he starts shaking like a leaf.
And now I'm getting the fuck out.
Oh my-
So Burble can pick up the pieces.
Yeah.
Go.
No, red caps
Over
can't
by
botch
the
intimidate.
elevator,
You're right.
chewing on my
Wah.
mouth guard.
I'm gonna rush over to him. What I'd like to try to do as I rush over is, did he leave his computer open?
Yes, it's open and it's on, and there's an email about somebody who has claimed that
Oh, right, of course.
that his brother had passed away and he needs some extra time to finish his
That's
assignment.
right. Sorry, yes. When the email came in,
That's
my
fine.
brain
You
was
can go
like,
to the
"Oh, this is a plot
dean."
point. I'm gonna try to get it," and then I forgot that you already essentially gave
Yeah.
us the contents of that email. But good to check. I'm gonna go to him and be like, "Are you like, hey, sorry, we just get really
He is
passionate
he
about."
is no, his eyes are on her.
Oh, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
His eyes are now on you.
Yeah.
And it has transposed. So he is now afraid of you,
Of course. Yeah. Yeah.
and he's like so scared that he pulls out his phone and he bobbles it, and it falls over and smashes onto the ground.
Oh.
Unless you're going to make a quick attempt to.
I'm gonna
rescue
try to grab it.
it.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to be a Wits athletics roll from you.
Okay.
Burble. Burble.
Standard diff.
7.
2 successes.
You catch his phone.
Hey, here, lucky catch.
He's like, there's
Nice.
tears coming out of his eyelids. There's snot running from his nose. He's blubbering. Like
Hey, look,
6 successes on an intimidation roll from a red cap who just smashed a chair.
and he's maybe not going to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway. We all got very passionate because this is something that's really important to us, as I'm sure it's important to you. Just keep your views open, okay? Which might sound like a threat, but anyway, I'm going to go.
So as you
We will be
leave,
back.
as you leave, there is another student who is walking down the hallway. She has like rosy cheeks, like
Oh.
pigtails. She's got a backpack that's slung over one shoulder. It looks like she's, just visiting the office for the first time. And she is walking past, I guess, the 3 of you who kind of have left in sequence.
Yeah, these two I think were.
I'm by the elevator.
I'm catching up to them. At
Hey,
the
the
elevator, so-
professor wasn't in.
Oh, but he says he was supposed to have office hours.
I know. We just tried to meet with him. And,
I came all the way down here.
it's bummer.
It's okay, he sucks anyway.
Why don't you go get a snack?
Kids
Well,
like
now how am
snacks.
I going to get out of my... Oh, well. And she turns around and she follows you back to the elevator.
Okay.
Yes.
Very distantly, you can just hear...
Better this than.
Is it?
Yeah. Save the sport.
Stay away from
The sport.
You stay away from the sport.
So good. It's just so ridiculous.
Oh, God.
I think we'll wait till we're well clear of her and back outside.
On your way out of
Yeah.
the
Oh god.
of the building, you see that there's a news van that's parking outside.
Oh no.
And there is a one camera person and one reporter who are headed towards the building. And then, Det, you recognize the reporter as, let's see.
Sports reporter Tornado McCall.
Rachel McCaw.
McCall. Sorry.
Alicia Senton, who is she's not important enough to write her name down. Alicia Senton, who has covered
In context.
various geese games before. Geese, golden geese.
Canada geese.
So the Canada geese.
Yeah.
Okay. She's covered various Canada geese games before, so she's a sports writer.
Mm-hmm.
Det? She's probably on a first name basis. Maybe you should write her name down. She's probably on a first name basis with you at this point.
Okay. Alicia,
I didn't know that you attended
this
these.
isn't the sports complex.
No, I'm here to interview a researcher about the violence that's been occurring on young sports fields. Do you have any here? And she like waves the camera guy over. On these cameras, there's often a light that's just
short
like
hair, yeah.
massively bright. It's
Yeah,
tiny,
yeah.
massively
It's like
bright,
that big.
yeah, just like shining.
Yeah.
Just if you don't mind, if I could ask you a couple of questions.
Of course.
Have you heard about what's been going on with today's youth?
I have, and I've heard that a researcher has made a ridiculous recommendation or suggestion that it has something to do with violence in film and games.
Is that why you're here?
That has nothing, that's not new. That's been around for years. It's been prevalent across the country, if not the continent, if not the world. Something strange is happening here in Ottawa. Is it something to do with our sports, or is something happening in the city that happens to be manifesting because of the passion that we pour into sports? That's my question for the city and for people that are thinking about canceling sports.
Yes, but why are you here outside Dr. Riverwild's office?
Oh, she's like upstairs?
No, she's outside the building.
Okay. We're downtown. I assume this university is downtown?
Kind of. It's like south of.
You're still on the university campus.
Yeah, but it's
not like a stone's.
downtown-ish,
It's not like
yeah,
a stone's throw. That's for sure.
Yeah. So you don't have an answer for that?
No.
That's fine.
We're downtown.
Nope.
Yeah, she has no reason to believe that you're lying.
Yeah.
And you've always been seen as the heart of the Canada Geese. Do you have a message out there for anybody who is looking to throw themselves into sport?
Put your heart into it. Aim for the top. Do your best. But it's a tough, tough world out there. Make sure that you're doing it because it's fun for you, that it's fulfilling for you. Because as soon as it becomes a job, it's so hard to turn it into a job, and that makes it suck anyway. Hustle. Have fun. Keep your stick on the ice. Head on a swivel. And never, never check someone face first into the boards.
It's just rude.
Yes, the penalty known as boarding.
Yeah. There you go.
Face first into the boards is really dangerous.
Yeah.
It's one of the ways to get a major penalty or get your ass kicked out of a game.
Yeah, it's bad
Yeah.
news for sure.
She rotates her finger, the camera light goes off. Thank you. And who are these? I'm Alicia Senton.
Hello, Benjamin Greenspawn. It's good to meet you.
I'm already wandering away.
Okay.
I've already
I feel like as soon as I saw the cameras, I'm
I gotta
like,
get the fuck
no.
out of
Nope.
Goodbye.
We're work friends.
Or in Quebec, ben non.
No.
We're work friends, you know.
And passionate supporters of athletics in the city of Ottawa. And it also upset us just as much as Det to hear that there was the potential that some of them might start getting canceled because of this rash of passion, violence, whatever you want to call it.
Canceled?
That's what we're hearing.
From who?
I heard some talk of it in the diner the other night.
As a reminder, you actually only heard it just now.
I know.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
lying.
That's fine.
Lie.
You're allowed. It's good. It's all good.
We're already weaving a web of lies.
But I will ask if you could roll me your charisma and leadership, please, just to see how well you did on the interview.
Nice. Hey,
Dat.
thank you.
Dead.
Hi, Chaos.
Dead.
Thank you.
Dead.
Chaos-Born Gaming.
Thanks to all the new follows.
One success.
And you came off well.
Nice.
I feel like at a sports game, you're used to them shoving a camera in your face right after you came off the ice.
Yep.
This was much less like, oh, fuck. So I'm okay with it.
I'm also
a great interview.
I'm also going to preempt and say that you came off as very much like an athlete.
Yeah.
Except
I did
with
my best.
with one little chunk of like, oh, original thought.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that athletes don't. It's just that whenever they're interviewed right after a game, they're like, what do you expect them to say other than like,
Exhausted.
yeah.
They tried their best, and they either did well or didn't.
Yeah, you know,
like-
we just needed more defense.
Oh yeah, I really phoned it in. Sorry,
Fuck,
fam.
man. Like, what do you want
I'm
from
gonna
me?
go, roll up a $20 bill and smoke it because I'm really rich. Like,
What?
what are they gonna actually say, right? Like, no, that's
I'm
not
gonna
what they're
roll
gonna say.
$20 bill
and smoke it because I'm
our
rich.
building,
Honestly?
our money is plastic.
Don't do this at
do
home.
this.
Don't try this at home, friends.
Smoke our money. I'm begging you.
Exactly. Cross.
Yikes!
The car was good.
All right. The news team then proceeds on into the building.
Oh no.
You
Bill.
Yeah.
you may want to leave.
Yeah, I think we're out of there. Taxi on the campus. Just like stops.
Hey, get in! It's Tony.
Hey!
All right, so this one time at band camp.
Oh.
Oh no.
It's true. I do ask for stories. I like stories when you ride in my egg.
Yeah.
My egg. I don't think they're going to find him in a particularly receptive state of mind at this point. But I appreciate what you did, Mikkel.
Rumor mill.
And you two actually,
Anytime.
Dan.
Literally. Anytime.
Sure, he's gonna punch me. He's got nothing inside of him. He's like dead inside.
Yeah, exactly. Now the question is whether he's been reduced to that over time or whether someone is actively using him.
I don't know. It's gross.
It is gross.
He couldn't answer if he did this of his own, wanting to, or if someone told him to.
He wouldn't tell you, I don't think.
No.
Because I don't think he knows.
But I made him shit himself.
Yeah, that's a win,
So
I guess.
my season's over. It being summer.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna spend the next few nights when I'm not working attending youth sports games.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. The
Yeah, me
roller
too.
derby's set for next week, but you're right, we're going to have some time. And I think it would, we could hit up a bunch of different ones and see if we can maybe catch the perpetrator in the act or at least get some more observations. We could split up or stay together for safety.
I don't care.
I feel like we could cover more ground if we split up. If we
Mhm.
find some evil monster, we can run and regroup. If it's a dragon, I don't know.
Run?
Run. Exactly.
I have little legs. I'll bring
Be
a skate.
unobtrusive behind a
scooter.
billboard.
That's a good idea. I could do that. I think that's the best idea right now. We can get more data, see if we can find out what's going on.
Okay.
This guy, he made it sound like the goal was to end all of these sort of sporting events entirely. All games, everything.
Theoretically,
Team sports, he said.
Team
to
sports. Yes, you did,
prevent the
thank you.
violence.
He doesn't like sex either.
What?
He said he would teach abstinence in schools only if he could. I think he just wants to stop.
I think he
everything.
just wants, I think he obviously thinks that teen pregnancy is a great part of society, and that he thinks that 16-year-olds are equipped to be parents in today's society, because that's been a thing for the last 100 years that's worked out well on average.
This is someone who's been caught by the winter, and to a certain extent, I fear it. I think we should try to have some empathy for him. I don't know if he's ever going to come out.
Fuck that.
Okay.
Sorry, you do you.
No.
I don't think I
you're right.
have an empathetic bone in my body that it
For him.
can point
For
in
that.
his direction.
If there's an easy fix that takes 5 minutes, I'll consider it. But otherwise,
I don't think so.
there's something else that'll take 5 minutes that will eliminate the threat, and I would rather do that.
Just gonna kill him.
Did he look tasty?
Yeah.
He did not look tasty.
But
he
I
look
would
dazed?
I would do it for science and for sport.
Thanks, Mickle.
Welcome. For the sport.
For sport.
For the sport.
Now I'm just imagining patriotic music playing in the background.
I told you to stay away from the sport. And now.
For beautiful.
What else can I say here? Yeah. Just, I hope it's not an attempt to remove all joy and passion and passionate violence from the city. It seems a bit big for us to tackle, but we're going to have to try. If that's the plan, this is accelerating at an absolutely massive rate. What if... Have all of the games... Sorry, quick question. Have all of the games that we've sort of observed ended...
You mean the one?
Yeah, sorry, we observed one game, then we heard about a baseball game on the news.
You heard about a baseball game, then you read about a
lacrosse game. All of them ended as being canceled.
2 of them ended as being the game was just straight up canceled and there was no score.
Okay.
One of them was ended, the one that you were at, which ended with a score of
6-9.
Nice.
Yeah, 9
Yeah.
to 6.
Right. I have a thought, and it is just an idle one. What if scores... Now that score is here, what if now that score is here, there can no longer be scores in games? What if it's simply impossible? What if the dreaming no longer wills...
Is he still on your phone?
Is score still on my phone? That's a great question.
Sure, score can still be on your phone.
Can you
Yes.
bring him to whatever game you watched tonight?
Yes.
See what he does.
I will also point out that it was the most recent game that you found out about was scores. The baseball game and the lacrosse game happened before.
Oh, that's true too. Okay, thank you. That is good then. Okay, so I'm not gonna pursue that train of thought.
That's not necessarily wrong, but I'm just poking one hole in your logic here.
That's a very good hole
It's
to
a
poke.
pretty big.
actually.
It's a pretty big
I
hole.
would say so.
Thank you.
Science. Okay. Well, good. But yes, we can see how he reacts. See if there's anything going on there. I don't like it. It feels like someone has a purpose to remove the joy of working together with people through athleticism.
By sparking these full-out brawls at games where there aren't full-out brawls. I mean, lacrosse is bloody enough as it is.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Baseball, I mean, you get your pants dirty.
They carry around these big clubs.
In baseball games, the most violence that you'll see in even in the major leagues is everybody sort of runs out and they just all sort of push at each other for a bit, and then that's basically it.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare to see anything more than that.
Exactly.
It's either someone who's out for blood, someone who's out for glamour, or someone who's out to shut it all down. And I certainly don't like any of those, but least of all the last one.
it down. Bring it all down.
Although, Det, I think you have a good idea. I think we should all attend games and see if we can find any data to correlate here. Anything that's the same between all. Sorry, Mikkel, I used a word with a lot of letters in it. What I mean is
We're seeing if one thing's the same as the other thing.
Holy shit, yeah. Well, I just didn't know if you knew what correlate means. Sorry.
Sorry, the two of you just went.
It was pretty good, honestly. Soon this Twinkie would be a Twinkie.
If I see someone who's being a piece of shit, should I kick them in the ass?
Yes, but then see if that has any effect on what's going on.
Fucking gladly.
Although be
And
careful.
I'll
keep
take
them
my
alive
own-
enough for questioning.
Okay.
Yay,
I don't need
chaos.
all their fingers for questioning, but also questioning is more effective if you haven't already eaten all their fingers.
All right. I will
Also,
consider.
fingers probably aren't very filling.
No, but they're kind of like carrot sticks.
Carrot sticks for the interrogation.
Yeah. They are nice appetizers and chasers, depending on the situation. I will attend a game. I will only eat 3 fingers if someone creeps me out, and that is the deal I am making with you now.
Like I automatically go to put out my hand and then I immediately withdraw it. No,
Come on.
I'm not making a deal with you. You do what you need to think is right.
Oh, no.
You need to do what you think is right. But I think you should be careful, Nickel. If there's violence there, you don't want to be, I don't know, arrested? Seen as the cause of it? Maybe? Maybe you do. I don't know.
I know that sounds smart. To not.
I'm assuming you're still like headed away from.
Yeah. I think we're just walking.
Or
Which means you have to be eating or drinking.
Yeah. I've got
I knew it.
What?
food on campuses.
Liz has now established as a fact that Mikkel can't walk anywhere without eating or
And
drinking.
Mikkel is Brad Pitt.
yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
correct,
yeah.
yeah. Nice. We'll allow it. Will we? Cheers.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Also played a character called Benjamin Button.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds a lot like Benjamin Burble.
Is that your character's super secret?
Yes, I'm aging backwards. I will be a baby at the end of the stream.
Secret baby confirmed.
Benjamin baby.
Benjamin baby.
All right.
Yeah.
Right, we have a plan.
I
Boom.
mean, it's quite something.
And I'm eating Maltesers from my bag.
Nice.
The plan
I mean, gross, but
John,
nice that she used
is that we are planning to try to find 3 games that are happening tonight or soon in the same general geographic vicinity of Ottawa
Okay.
and attend one each.
Yep.
And
Because
observe
you're
the
all
outcomes.
splitting the party.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess I was hoping this would be downtime actions so that you also don't have to describe
3 different games.
or 21
Instead, I'm
games.
going to have the 3 of you roll 1d10 each.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happen to somebody. Here it comes.
9.
10.
8.
Oh
8, 9,
my
10.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good, guys.
Go team. I mean, he was like, if it's a 1, you win. But that's fine.
Pretty die.
Mickle.
Yars.
Fuck.
Name a summer sport.
Water polo.
You want to try and go and see a water polo game?
I will accept beach volleyball.
Nice.
Beach volleyball popular in Ottawa?
There's some beaches, yeah. My sister's in a volleyball league in Toronto, so Ottawa's kind of like that.
So beach volleyball is typically 2-on-2, right? I'm not saying right. I know.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then there you go. Yeah.
Indoor can be like 5-on-5, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Okay,
bigger
how about
teams
ultimate frisbee?
Okay, I like that. Yep.
Nice,
There we
nice,
go.
nice.
It's just if you were looking for a mass group of people where there might be more of a brawl, then
Yeah, it's not much of a brawl.
that
It's more of a
would
cat
work.
fight or a-
Otherwise, I would have gone with indoor volleyball, which
Yeah.
totally would have worked. But
With the boys.
But do call us if you need us for anything.
just that pose, that one pose.
it's fantastic.
Oh,
And he was
whoa.
like doing the whole like the bodybuilding show off twist.
Yeah, well, it's because all 4 of the people on that who
Yeah.
were playing hadn't drank any water in the past like 30 hours, and they were
Oh.
probably suffering.
Oh yeah, I bet.
Well, that's how you look cut.
I guess. Horrible for you though.
You dehydrate, and your skin shrinks around your muscles. Hanging with the boys.
Oh god.
When you arrive, the game. So, Ultimate Frisbee, for people who don't know, is basically played on like a soccer pitch or a football pitch or whatever, and you are flinging a frisbee back and forth between teams to try to get to the end zone, essentially, right? It is a popular sport, especially among the college-aged, which is, we're going to say that this is going to be a college-aged team. Or teams. There's more than one team when you're playing.
It's a single player team game, yeah.
Not very many people in the audience. There's a few, but considering that this would be like a university level thing, like it's not like thousands of people. There's maybe 200 people in the stands for this, and most of them are here just because it's a way to kill part of an evening.
Kill.
It's a way to kill.
So what are you doing specifically?
Right at the front. And I am loudly cheering with everyone to try to be
And you're just picking a team and going for it?
the one that sucks the least, I think.
Such a refreshing personality that we've got going on here.
Just such a dick.
It's so whimsical.
Yes.
So whimsical.
Weirdness.
It's the world of darkness, okay?
Whimsical is my middle name. Jonathan E. Whimsical.
Whimsical.
Oh, God.
It starts out benignly enough. The teams line up. There's a few scores on either side. People are cheering. The teams seem relatively evenly matched. Also, one thing about Ultimate Frisbee, there are no referees. The game is played entirely on the honor system. It's similar to curling in that way. It's known as the spirit of the game, if I remember.
Okay.
So it's an interesting choice because there are no umpires, no referees, no nothing.
Yikes. Okay.
Penalties are self-called kind of thing. And then the people around you... Actually, no, I'm going to actually have you roll this. Can you roll me your perception, Kenning, please?
Absolutely.
Yes. This is why you separated into 3 groups.
Exactly. So that our pools would then all be split. Exactly. Yeah.
Ja.
I just wanted to cover more.
That is one success.
Pickle. It's not quite clear, but you, like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. The people who are around you start to lean in a bit more, as if they're now more intent on what's happening in the game. Nobody's calling for blood, but they're definitely a bit more intense. And that's when one player tries to do a very quick catch and release, and then just whacks somebody else in the head with their wrist. The player is knocked up into the air slightly before they fall back down, completely out cold.
Ooh.
All the players gather in the center. You know, they form that sort of ring around, because you're not supposed to crowd somebody like this. And you can hear, "You did that on purpose."
I'm going to stride out into the field.
So you just
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
walking in? Okay.
Yeah.
You start walking in.
Especially if there's no medic on the way.
There typically aren't medics at these sorts of
I am a medic.
Okay, so you start walking onto the field,
Yep.
and you can hear that there are people behind you who are also starting to stride onto the field behind you.
I want to turn and glare at all the people following me. You go back to your seats right the fuck now. You do not crowd the injured party.
One of the players gets up, turning to another one as you're distracted, and just reaches forward and starts throttling the guy who hit with his wrist, just hands around his neck, shaking him.
Cool. I'd like to grab them both by the backs of their shirts and wrench them apart.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
Yes. Should we 1v1
Sure.
and possibly battle mode?
Oh, the battle mode's happening.
I like the idea that these are actually very powerful enemies.
Yeah.
We can still be heard. We
Yeah.
just can't be seen.
Ooh.
Your initiative?
14.
Okay. With you reaching forward, a brawl will erupt between the two teams. They're going to fight each other. Every single one of them that's still on their feet. There's going to be 3 members of the crowd who will attack you as you are attacking somebody on their team, trying to separate them.
Okay.
Nobody here is a trained fighter, but there are enough of them, and there are a lot of them.
Okay, so is it too late to not?
No, you can
grab them?
you can decide something else.
I do feel like my best chance at getting everyone to stop is to do try to intimidate everyone
That is an option.
at once. So yelling,
Everybody calm the fuck down right now. You take 5 steps backwards away from me and away from the injured party. I am tending to them now.
Okay.
Do not fuck with me.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You're going to roll your intimidation.
yarp.
It is going to be, since this is a mass intimidation, we're going
Yeah.
to say your difficulty is 6.
'Kay.
Even including your red cap specialty, or birthright, I should say. If you get 1 success, no one will attack you. If you get 3 successes, they will back off. And if you get 5, the teams will stop fighting.
All right, so it's a diff 6. I am going to spend a willpower.
Okay.
Because, that would be nice to... So that's 4 with my willpower.
Okay, with 4 successes, the crowd starts backing away from the field and nobody there starts trying to fight. However, there are still scuffles that are happening on the field around where you are intending to see to this person on the ground. The energy here is palpable. These people are not happy. It can't possibly be natural.
But I don't know what it would be, and I have no intention of rolling either. So, I'm going to do what I can do, which is I can roll medicine on the person who's down, because maybe by bringing them back up to their feet,
Intelligence medicine.
that will... Yes!
And then perception alertness. Both difficulties 6.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's 3 successes on my medicine.
Okay.
And then perception alertness.
This person is quite hurt and needs a hospital. But they're not at death's door, but anybody who's been knocked unconscious has to go to a hospital, and you're pretty sure that there's possibly a fracture.
Any people from the stands who are closest to me, who seem like they have a lot of buzzing energy, like they need something to do,
You call 911. We need an ambulance for this person right now.
Okay. And now perception alertness. Difficulty 6.
no successes.
Okay.
It's not a botch.
You don't see where it comes from, but you hear a small explosion. And everybody on the field bolts, leaving you with... I mean, you can bolt too, I suppose, if you want, but leaving you with the unconscious person on the field. Everyone else is fleeing, some of whom have, like, torn jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
And you're alone.
Damn.
I am alone, and I am casting a cantrip.
Just a random one. Just pick a random
Just a
one.
random one.
For the two of you, you've got your own sporting events to attend.
Sport.
Named sports.
I went to a soccer game.
Cool.
Tennis. No, it's not team sport.
Team tennis.
Well, there is
Doubles, yeah.
but
that's the thing.
field hockey.
Yeah, that's easy. Field hockey.
Yeah. It's cool.
Okay. For the two of you, please roll me a 1d10. 3.
1.
At your game, Burble, nothing happens. It is a normal, standard game of soccer. These are 13-year-olds, co-eds. Co-eds. Are 13-year-olds co-eds?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
But like, you mean it's a co-ed sport?
Yeah, it's not a gender delineated game. Everybody has a decent time. One team wins 4-2. It's a standard.
I certainly think, Burbal's not going to try to pretend he like knows everybody, but if there's anything that needs help, if there's anyone that needs help doing anything in the
The most help that anybody needs is handing out orange slices.
I am fucking there.
Yay, Burble.
And I am cheering on the winning, both teams. Yeah.
How about you?
I rolled 3.
Yep. For your game, there's an odd situation where halfway through the first period, the goals are knocked off. Like one of the goals knocked off its mooring. And of course, that means that you have to stop the game. You have to. But there are several people who are insisting that it was done on purpose and that should be a delay of game penalty. The referee is having none of it. And then without even any violence breaking out, the ref calls the game. No one's ejected. No one fights. But the ref almost immediately says, the game is over. No one wins. And then practically flees.
Because what I was about to say was I want to find that ref.
You can
I'm
certainly
gonna
give chase.
down that ref.
What's the cantrip that you were trying to cast?
Confounding coils.
On?
Myself. To make me harder to hit by whatever's coming. My bunk is to leap up in the air and yell, "Sport!"
That's
Come back.
one.
Thank you.
An explosion goes off. Sport!
It's 1.5. No, it's 1.
It's so good. Like,
So I think then that's a div 7.
Yes, you are not in a freehold. You're targeting yourself?
Yeah.
And what's the affinity for red caps?
Nature for some reason. And I'm going to spend another willpower.
you eat nature.
I know.
That's how that works.
Yeah, eat animals.
Yeah, you eat.
Spending another willpower?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I have to remember to do that.
Did you spend a willpower, you said?
Yeah, so I'm down to 3.
Perfect.
So that is plus my... oh, no, because it's div 7.
Yep.
So that's 1 success.
That'll give you 1 round.
Okay.
Which means that you have 1 round for the incoming attack. You are in pursuit of a referee. And you've got some orange slices to hand out.
Oh, my God.
But we'll find out about what happens with those next time.
Excellent.
Oh, my God.
I didn't
Why?
think I was like, okay, well, we're going to cover ground and gain research over the course of the week.
No, it's perfect.
I wasn't intending to make John deal with us to actually be a split party for anything substantial.
I think I
It's
can
fine,
find
it's
my
fine.
way over. to
I
whatever
didn't
is
actually
happening.
mind. Don't worry.
I have to use the washroom, but I'll be...
Do it.
Bye.
So I'd like to nominate Liz for...
Oh.
She can't hear me because she's not on mic. That's how sound works, right?
Exactly. Can't hear you at all. No, we'll hold off on that until she returns. Excellent.
Elizabeth.
Chair. Yeah, I mean, definitely a cool session in the sense of, I'm really. No. I will wait for the storyteller highlight, but there were some themes in this episode that are very exciting for me personally. I think it's really cool.
I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
What are you playing on Tuesday?
Probably nothing.
That's true, eh?
'Cause Liz's family's in town, staying with us specifically. Sigh. Although I will say, if I do end up streaming, I will continue playing Who Pressed Mute on Uncle Marcus, an FMV mystery, because if I may not spoil how it went, but very specifically in that game, I thought I was doing very badly because Uncle Marcus started dying quite quickly, and then at some point he's just like, which antidote should I take? And I was like, I don't know anything about poison, so I killed him. So that was great. But here's the thing, Graspy Loot. I'm not sure if there'll be a stream. Of course, stay tuned to Discord for all the details.
There may be a steel stream. We'll see.
Yeah. Please. I'll be sure to announce before the time, and we'll figure that out.
Wednesday?
Whoa.
Wednesday, I have a couple of other challenges thought up for Scrub Check. I'm going to have people ask because one of them is a long series and one of them may not be. So we'll kind of figure that out.
Exciting.
Thursday, we are pulling clinic hours again from the schedule. We'll see if we can come up with a different stream for that so that there's something on this channel on that day. Clinic hours has been tons of fun, but it has gotten definitely too repetitive for my tastes, and we need to find something else to do it. Friday? We're doing this so that then we'll run.
Actually,
we'll run
I
it
don't
back.
think we're doing Punchy.
Yes.
Because I believe we have guest. So
Single guest.
yeah.
Maybe more steel streaming.
Yeah, I will of course update.
Maybe this will be the steel stream week for one of my challenges.
Why not? Right? Just, if you're doing a series,
for it.
honestly.
It's possible that I may be looking to beat all the Mega Mans.
Oh my gosh. There's a lot. Aren't there?
There's a lot of.
I do love your challenges, John.
We'll see. The last challenge was great. I came within 1 minute and 30 seconds of failing a 2-hour channenge, but I got it. And now I'm on the speedrunner list for SMB3. I am right close to the bottom,
Honestly, still on the board.
but I'm still completely fine with that. So we'll actually follow the Discord. It looks like there might be a whole bunch of steel streaming happening. There might be a bunch of video games happening. My computer isn't even in the room.
Yeah.
But at any rate, let's go back to you. Kate, you did the safety discussion today, which means that it's on you to highlight a player.
I would like to highlight my brain to get back into the moment. Sorry. I would love to highlight a moment in which things happen in this game. I'm so sorry. I was reading something that came in and was not present.
That's totally fine. How about I'm going to pass on to
Yeah.
Liz and we'll come back to you.
I would like to highlight Det for how she gave the basically how she came up in defense of sport, both in the interview and in speaking with Dr. Rivold. Both instances, just like seeing Det like get really passionate about sports was awesome.
Thank you. Welcome. I would like to highlight a moment from Burble in which, despite us two ruffians constantly fucking with shit, starting fights or
Ending them.
finding ways to cut in both with the mortal couple at the back door or with our doctor of lameness.
Very lame, for sure.
Yeah, but I feel like this isn't an easy pairing to operate with.
I also don't want to be the character who's always like, it's all sunshines and rainbows, and then you guys are both just like,
But you're
"Fuck,
finding a
get the
way to
fuck out of
yes
here."
and in a way like you are like I could see that there'd be a strong impulse to be like no, and you're finding
Right,
ways
sure.
to work with.
I'm doing this absolutely, and I think. Well, no, I'll come on to that. I want to highlight Mikkel for smashing a chair, and so here's where my brain is at. I was like, oh, sick, you're gonna bunk. No, just fucking everything up. I was like, all right, cool.
90% of
Casual
my roles
destruction.
have been intimidation thus far, and I'm not mad at it.
No, but that's
It's
super
like-
fair.
She comes in and she's like,
good
"This
at.
is what I do."
Yeah.
So,
I think the character for me is like what I'm highlighting about that moment is that I didn't get the sense that Mikkel really knew what was going on, but was still upset because this is someone who clearly doesn't appreciate the sort of imagination or the dreaming or you know what I mean? This is a banal situation, and the way that a red cap's going to deal with that is shout at it until it pisses its pants, apparently.
I think the fact that he didn't
A nightmare's
care
still a
about
dream, you know?
anything. Like he was trying to shut something down, but like without suggesting something else in its place, like was really pissing her off.
That's banality, yeah.
The Crosshair has a question, which I'll throw in here just quickly while we're talking about you. Since it's been a while, have to throw a Chaos Bunny question. What do you think is the weakness of the group that will cause the biggest issue going forward in the character sense, that is? And I want to hear in the player sense. No.
Whoa.
Starting fights.
Yeah, like I mean, Sophia, Patches, and Braum like were a little more concerned with image and etiquette, and I don't get the same sense from this trio.
No, and I think as we become more comfortable in character, that's actually probably going to go away even more.
Yup.
Weirdly. And yeah, so a lack of consideration of what consequences to our image might be would presumably will result in more things getting broken, which is okay.
All right.
You mentioned you had a highlight.
Yeah. Now, what was it? Is the question?
Well, that's fair.
No, I wanted to highlight the bringing in of Dr. LeMay. Yeah,
Rivaled.
I mean,
Come up with names for these characters, and now you don't bother.
sorry, but please, I'm sorry. No, whatever. But I think the bait and switch of what we expected versus what we got was really cool. But more importantly, I think it was a great first initiation into us confronting banality and winter, so to speak, in the game, because I know that's a theme that we talked about wanting to sort of interact with more, and that wall of like no is such a hallmark of banality, and what are you supposed to do against it, right? And I think it's supposed to feel like a desperate you can't win situation.
But you did.
Well, no, exactly, and I just think it's really cool. There you go. Props to you for making an unlikable character.
Oh.
I mean, the crosshair pointing that out. I mean, if I agreed with all of my characters, even the ones who are ostensibly on like the heroic or good side, then I would be a weird person.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because if everybody agreed with me, they'd all be me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait.
So if all of my characters are me, and the three of you are always trying to bang my characters, ergo...
It's time you knew, John.
Oh, no.
Hergo.
Hergo. All right, pack it up.
Well, it looks like we've got an interesting week coming up. I know that you've got the guests, but we've got the moves. And by the moves, I mean moving things around. So we'll see what we can do to get some extra streams on there. I gotta throw out some thanks to the Crosshair and for Kung Fu Fenris for being here, being some cool moddage. Also, we've had a bunch of sub-bombs tossed out, which is like so kind. The hype train. Supporting the stream is just letting us make sure that we can improve things, and we still have ideas for improvements, although also recently it looks like our sound might be doing a little bit better, so fingers crossed on that one. But honestly, the best way that you can support this podcast, if you're listening to it as a podcast,
Nailed it.
or support the stream, did it, saved, is to tell somebody else about it. Tell somebody who you think might be interested in watching, and get them to show up. Or just download it or give it a watch or whatever. The second way that you can help us is to give us some feedback, because we do really want to hear what you think. The best place to do that is on our Discord. So you can go and have a look at that. Otherwise, thanks to the three of you.
Thank you for game. GG.
I mean, honestly, we're gonna go do some celebrating. That's what we're gonna do. But thanks, Scruff the Magic Dragon. It's good to see you too.
You.
Like, honestly,
Yeah.
I am equally so thrilled to see people who have been here before, and so thrilled to greet new people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of cool both ways. So,
Yay.
honestly, anything for you?
It's
Great.
been wonderful.
We're gonna get the fuck out of here, because you know which way we're gonna go. We're gonna go this way, and then we're gonna go that way, and then we'll see you next time.
Bye.